welcome in. How are y'all doing today? Sorry, my headphones are very loud. Also, my keyboard is very far away from me. I don't know what this posture is. But yeah, how is everyone doing today? Do you have any imminent updates? I don't think so. I don't think so. I was grinding TFT and I finally hit Emerald, which I'm very happy about because once you hit the next rank, you can't drop down. So it just feels very, it feels very safe. No, the chat, like, reset. I don't know, it used to work, like, it's the same chat box. It's the same chat box, like, from the starting soon screen, and it used to carry over, but now it just, like, resets when I change to this screen. So I don't really I don't know how to I don't know how to change it. It just does that now. I like the chat to stay, but you guys just get wiped. Um Gudetama DM'd me. Yeah, I thought he wasn't allowed on the phone unsupervised. And he said, "Ask Miju where Resident Evil 8 is at." I think I might play it tomorrow because I didn't get a chance to like set it up and stuff. I want to make sure that it's all. I didn't open the game or anything, so I gotta double check that. I think Sunday. I was thinking this through. I think Sunday is probably better for gaming because if I game on Saturday, we end up yapping for like the first like hour because like I haven't talked to you guys for like a week, right? Like I guess there's Genshin, but like Genshin is not a yapping time, so it doesn't really count. But like and then I end up I'm like I have so many things to tell you guys, like I have a lot of things to say. Um but then Yeah, so then I ended up just yapping for the first hour. And then you guys are like, "Oh, I've been robbed of the gameplay. Like I was promised 3 hours of gameplay, and yet here you are yapping still 40 minutes into the stream." So I think that's tomorrow probably works better. That felt like a short intro. It was normal length. You just were late. And welcome in, Tharawa. How is my day? It's 9 a.m., so my day just started, but it's been good so far. I had a good night's sleep. And welcome in, Angel. Your right ear is gonna enjoy this. Are you only have your right ear? I only got my left ear in. I have nothing in my right ear. I usually stream with only one headphone because like um otherwise like when you're talking and like you have your ears plugged, it sounds weird. Genshin is real locked in gamer work. It is. Yeah, I'm gaming hard. We can always, yeah, I know. I always find a way. Yappers, we find a way. And welcome in, Aussie. Hope you're doing well today. We like the yapping. Well, I'm glad you like the yapping because today is all yapping. But welcome in, Yume. Um, the accusations it came when Twitch notified you. I think Twitch the notifications are pretty like RNG. Like today was pretty late. And welcome in, P. Your hair looks cool. Thank you, thank you. I am. It looked weird, so then I put in these clips to like fix it. Because I cannot be bothered to like actually style my hair. Like maybe one day I will like want to style my hair, but like I like doing makeup. I don't like doing hair. And welcome in, Ricky. Good morning. Not like this. Why? It looks darker for some reason. It's probably just the lighting. The color has not changed. And welcome in, Asian. Hope you're doing well. Flygon, guys, please do not call them Flygon. You guys know how I feel about Flygon. No, not Flygon, Asian. Oh my god. Flygon is my least favorite Pokemon. All, like all out of every Pokemon ever. Flygon is my least favorite. And welcome in, GM. Good morning to you too, gamer. I'm not gaming today. I was telling chat I'll game tomorrow, but I am a gamer because, like I said, I hit Emerald on TFT, which is to me a very high rank. Like that's not bad. You're laughing already, but you had plastic surgery Friday, so you can't smile hard. Like yesterday, or like I guess 2 days ago for you. You got the Did you get the SM jaw? But yeah, I hope you feel like it stops hurting. I hope it stops hurting soon. I don't know what the process is, but I hope it heals quickly and well. Oh, eye stuff? Oh, that's like fast to heal, right? Double eyelids? SM Vision. Oh, right, okay. If you hate him, why did you dress like him? I'm trying to take back the style. You know what I mean? I'm trying to take it away from him. Is Flygon no, Flygon's not only boys. There could be a girl Flygon. I feel like Pokemon, they have, like, genders. You know, like, I see, like, this Pokemon, I'm like, "That's a boy Pokemon." Like, I could tell. Even though I know, like, the Pokemon most Pokemon have, like, both genders. Yeah, Flygon is a boy, exactly. Um, Blastoise is not a girl. What are you on? He's the most masculine looking Pokemon. Um, it's not that painful unless I press it, but it isn't good for recovery. I can reopen my stitches. Oh, that sounds scary. I could never. Even if I was like I'm not, but like even if I was like I really, really wanted some plastic surgery, I would be like the thought of the pain from recovery, I'm like, I wouldn't. How am I? I'm doing good. How are you? You got I got my crease lowered. Oh, so the opposite double eyelid surgery. And fat grafting in my upper and lower eye area basically look less white and more Asian. I see, I see. That's cool. Um, yeah, we already read that, and that's a hot take. Blastoise is a girl. You're gonna get ICL vision surgery later this year. Oh, is that the one where they insert the contact lens into your eye? Um, 'Cause oh my god, I've been waiting. Like, okay, actually, one surgery I will definitely want is vision correction surgery, but I've been waiting, and my eyes keep getting worse. Like, you can't get eye surgery until your eyes stop getting worse, right? Because like, otherwise we know like, you get the surgery and then your eyes could get worse again, there's no point. But they told me, they're like, "Oh, like, once you hit 25, like, your eyes should stop getting worse." And it's like, here I am, I'm 27. It's still getting worse. Charizard is a girl. Yeah. I don't know, I feel like Charizard is a boy. I don't know, I feel like to me, both most animals and most Pokemon are boys, you know? Do you have double eyelid? Yeah. Not like this 'cause sleepy. Yeah, makes sense, makes sense. Wait, Ricky, do you actually have 400K channel points? Also, how was the Attack on Titan concert? I'm gonna ask you many questions at once. Good luck typing. Um, you're good. Just getting your exploration to 100% so I can get full. That's a lot of percent. Good luck. What did I have for breakfast? I had a bagel. They put a custom lens inserted and they have UV protection. What? Wait, that's crazy. So it's like anti-sun forever and can be replaced. Damn, that's really cool actually. ICL, they want your eyes to stop getting worse, but they're more lenient because they can remove it and fix it. Laser is a permanent change. Yeah, but like my eyes get worse year to year, so like there's no point right now. Like if they like stopped for like 2 years and then I got it done and then like 5 years later my eyes are a bit worse, then that's okay. But like not year to year. And then I was also told like for women, like if you do plan on like maybe having kids one day, like which is really weird, your vision can change if you get pregnant. Like if you get pregnant, your vision can like get better. Like not like a lot, I think, but like it can change like noticeably, which is really weird. They're like some people like they're like, "Oh, I had glasses before I got pregnant." And then afterwards they're like, "Oh, I don't need glasses anymore." And I'm like, "That's crazy. That's so weird. I don't get it, but who knows?" Um, and welcome in, Ghost. If you don't correct your vision, you'll have more options until you find a job. Hey, I can still see 20/20 with my contacts. Is Mewtwo a girl or a boy? A boy. When I was in the operating room, the surgeon had K-pop on the music playlist. Um, and this came on, I was singing, and the staffing called me a language master, and they were impressed. But that is like the most like I threw my slippers away. Okay. Um, that is like the most like you cannot trust Asian people to like tell you if you're like good at the language though. 'Cause, like, if you speak even, like, the worst Japanese, I'd be like, "Whoa, nihongo jouzou." And welcome in Beppe, hope you're doing well today. I don't know how you're comfortable putting things in your eye or getting procedures done to them is terrifying. Mm, I think you just get used to it, because 'cause I've been wearing contacts since I was 10. It was really hard the first time, but some people are, like, really adverse to putting stuff in their eyes. So, like, maybe in that case, you could just wear glasses. I was like, "Sorry, I'm so annoying," and they gave me more drug. Oh, you were on those drugs. I've never been on, like, the laughing gas, um, type drug because, when I got my wisdom teeth out, I was, like, fully I just put it under anesthesia. But that's, like, the only surgery I've had. I've had, laser eye surgery as well, um, but it was not for vision correction, it was for I had, like, a retinal tear. I wonder how they figured out you could zap your eyes with lasers and they somehow come out better. Yeah, they, like, do something to the retina and then somehow it fixes it. I think it's because, like, when you do have nearsightedness, it, like it has to do with your retina shape or, like, I don't know. I don't know how it works. Time for me to get pregnant? Good luck, good luck. Who will be the father? Um, you're not a Korea, but you're a language master, right, right. Me, like, mumbling the Korean part because like, I have no idea. Um, even, like, putting eye drops in your eyes. Weak. It was ketamine, not gas. Ketamine. Sounds sounds fun. I don't know what that is. Sounds familiar. You got LASIK and it was crazy. Like, in what way? Like, just being able to wake up and see? Because like, that's something I've never experienced. I'm excited for that, like, my mom got LASIK as well, like, a while ago, and she was like, the crazy thing was, like, waking up in the middle of the night and, like, being able to see the ceiling. And I'm like, "I've never experienced this. I don't know what it was like." Is that what they do? Zap them, pew pew, and you got 20/20 vision? It's more like a light. I mean, at least for me, when I got my laser eye surgery, it was just, like, this guy who was shining, like, a flashlight in my eye. And the thing that hurt was, like, he kept, like, pushing on here to, like, move my eye around, and I was like, "That's annoying." And welcome in red, waking up after being under for wisdom teeth, that's really funny. I didn't have that, I was literally just under, like, general anesthesia. I was just kind of, like, groggy when I woke up. 20/20 vision, that'd be 400K. No, LASIK is really cheap these days. It's like 1K. You're not weak, you're Leon Kennedy could put eye drops in. Um, it hurt? Really? Oh, honestly, I'm okay with it. I'm so blind, like, I will endure the pain. 381 oh, so you're close, okay. Attack on Titan music is amazing to both me and Kimmy, and she was so emotional when they were showing certain show scenes, not me, of course, yep. May remember how brutal season 4 is. I guess animation is what put me off a bit when watching it. A few cosplayers here and there. Ah, that sounds great. That sounds great. I guess I can't go to the concert because I haven't watched season 4. Or I haven't finished season 4. I don't really care about spoilers at this point. Ketamine is a horse tranquilizer, but doesn't drop vitals. Has a very low overdose risk, unlike opioids, and not quite as addictive. I see. I see. That makes sense. Because when I got off, when I got my wisdom teeth surgery, they did give me opioids. But I did not get addicted. I was all good, guys. In fact, I stopped them too early and I regretted it. And welcome in, please, KX. Hope you're doing well today. 1K even as CAD. Yeah, I mean, LASIK, I mean, like, in Canada, we have, like, free healthcare, right? But, like, stuff like LASIK and, like, dentist is not covered. But apparently, because like, LASIK, they, like it was, like, such a competitive market that, like, it really brought the prices down. So LASIK is quite cheap these days. And that's another reason why I really want it. Because like, for me, if I wore contacts every day for a year, it would be, like, 600, $700. So, like, obviously even glasses could be like $100, $200. So like obviously over time, LASIK is much cheaper. And it's just like better, like, obviously, you can just, like you don't have to worry about glasses or contacts. Um, so, yes, I do want it, but one day. Also, hi, bye, maestro, good luck. Have a nice dog walk. By the way, at the end, when we were all getting out of the place, there were some really stinky people. The weaves are so stinky. Oh my god. Sounds about right. You would think they would shower to go to the orchestra. They don't know. The first time I left, I was basically tripping. I remember very clearly I was an out of body experience. I hope someone picked you up. Um, and I just wonder if I came back to the same world. You got real high, huh? Um, Opioids are fairly old-fashioned, but there's different reasons for different drugs. I think mine because they wanted to wake me up quick and put me back under quick because they have to test your eye function. I see, I see. That makes sense. Did they actually say wait? Yeah, they did. They did. That's that's his full legal name. Just wait one more years for your eyes to fully deteriorate. I've been waiting one more year for so many years, but I get my eye appointments done in the summer, which I do regret because they like dilate my pupils. And then it's always like on the brightest, sunniest summer day that like I end up going to the eye doctor. And when they dilate your pupils, obviously your pupils are really big, so they let in a lot of light. So it's like it's really bright. And after like on the drive home, like I can't. They're like, oh yeah, technically you can drive. Like when you're with your pupils dilated because it only affects your close vision. But like I cannot drive. So, like, I asked someone to drive me home, and then I just closed my eyes in the car. I'm just like, I cannot, look at any amount of light. Um, yeah, it's, hopefully this like, I think your eyes have to stop getting worse for 2 years, and then for me, I think I might just try and, like, do, like, 3 years just in case. Um, yeah, maybe I will look into I haven't looked into all the different types of eye surgery because these days there's a lot. There's like LASIK, there's PRK, there's the ICL, and then there is something called Smile or something like that. I don't know if that's the same thing. Um, there's like a lot of different types. So I guess I just need to get like a consultation, see what will be the best for me. But yeah, I'm waiting. I'm I've been like counting the days, but it never comes. My eyes just like I guess I could just keep making them worse. And welcome in a start. How are you? It's that's the only actually yeah, those are the only two surgeries I've gotten. I've gotten my wisdom teeth out, which was awful. And I got my retinal tears fixed because I didn't know what it was because like they'd never checked my retinas before, and then one day they're like, you know what, let's check your retinas, and then they're like, oh, that's not good. Um, and I didn't know how bad it was, and they were like, oh, like you need to get an appointment with the ophthalmologist. Um, and then they And then I was like I was gonna go to Japan, and I was like, "Oh, like, I'm going to Japan, so can we do it after?" Because like, I can't make that appointment, and they were like, "No, we need to get you in immediately." I was like, "Wait, what? But I need to get in immediately?" So I didn't know how, like, they were, like, really intense about it, they're like, "No, you need to get in, like, before you go." And I was like, okay." And then they got me in, and then I got my eyes lasered, and it was all good. Like, the surgery was, like, nothing, by the way. The surgery, like, literally, like, 20 minutes. Guy, like, shines light on my eye, I just go home. Like, there's no, like, recovery or anything like that. But if the retina detaches, that's, like it could be really dangerous. You think I'm getting SBR or BTB? Right, right, okay. Um, your eyes change every year for, like, 20 years. Got that I have astigmatism. So are you telling me that my eyes will not stop getting worse? But, like okay. My eyes started getting worse when I was, like, 10. So, like, 20 years would be, like, when I'm 30. That's only a few more years, right? Um, the first time you went under, you were in some orange building. I saw some people in an orange room, and they melted together. Bro, I've never been high like that. I don't that sounds crazy. You got pushed down and felt like some dentists were working on Bro, that's crazy. 20-minute blinding it wasn't even a blinding light, it just looked like a flashlight, honestly. Like, that's what it felt like. I felt like this guy was, like, he was pressing on my eye like this, and then felt like he was just shining a flashlight in my eye. And then he was like, "Okay, you're done. Goodbye." And then I went home. But I had to do it at the hospital. Yeah, -7.5. Oh, I'm at -6 on this eye. This one's worse. I'm not quite at 7.5, but yeah, -6. Pretty bad. I think after a certain point, it's kind of all the same. It's like at a certain point, you just can't see. Um, Resident Evil 9 sold 5 million units in 5 days. Is that a lot? I don't have any I don't have any sense of scale. I'm sure that's a lot, right? Good time to be a Capcom gamer. I mean, Resident Evil is, like, really popular, right? Like, it's like I didn't really know about it until not recently, until, like, I started streaming probably. Like, from my view, laying in these poor bugs' coffee table, they looked at each other and sensed them, being like, "Yo, why the F is this guy here?" and shot me out of this is a I feel like I'm tripping just reading it. Um, Resident Evil 9 looks so good, but 60 beans for a 15-hour game. Yeah, people said it's really short too, because I think Gwen said she finished it in, like, 9 hours, and she said she wasn't rushing. Um So, like, that's really like, it's not you think 60 is expensive? It is it would be $105 after for me after tax. So I'm like, "You know what? I think I'll just wait for it to go on sale." 'Cause, like, as much as I'm sure I'll enjoy it, that's really expensive. Um, and also I'm waiting for the mod to get rid of the spider. Well, there is a mod to get rid of the spider, but it's really broken as Gwen demonstrated. The T-posing crow. So funny. I kinda wanna play with the T-posing crow, honestly. Um It's the fastest selling game in history. Damn, that's impressive. I don't feel like as strongly about Resident Evil as some people do. Like I enjoyed Resident Evil 4, but I didn't find it like obviously I didn't find it like life. I wouldn't put it in like my top games of all time. But I think it's just like a personal taste. Resident Evil games aren't meant to be long. Yeah, no, I'm not saying like there have to be long or anything like that. I'm just saying it's really expensive. Like I don't like how games are 95 um I don't like how the game is $95 before tax. Like a lot of games are like that. Like Metal Gear Solid was like that. And I think that's a bit ridiculous price for any game, honestly. Especially like Canada, we're just getting screwed over. The game also doesn't count the times you actually pause and watch cutscenes. Fair enough. I heard that there's not as many cheesy lines, cause like I love the cheesy lines. We kept calling that section that I was stuck in the bingo section. We love the bingo section. Um, you spent 14 hours. I explored a lot in hard mode. Doesn't count all the 2,000 deaths that you had. Um, you're paying for this fight. I don't want to buy the spider. Okay, like the spider looks so gross. I looked it up because I was like, everyone was talking about the spider, or like I was looking at people's thoughts about the spider, and I was like, I need to check this because I already was like closing my eyes at like in Resident Evil 4, there's like the bugs, and then there's like the weird scorpions that kind of look like spiders. So I was like already like not enjoying those. So I was like, I need to see the spider because everyone's like, it moves so realistically, and I was like, that's the worst. That's the worst. And it really does. It's like kind of impressing how realistically it moves. Um, Yoan Leon's leather jacket. Nice. He has a cool jacket. Although he doesn't put it on in the game. He keeps taking it off, and then like you can't change his outfit to put it back on until like the end of the game or something. You watched the world record speedrun and stole strats for your next one. The dude was doing sick stuff. I think that the game like encourages you to speedrun it because they have like the timer, right? Why is the government taxing your games? I know, there's tax on everything. But yeah, $105 for a video game that, like, I'm sure I'll enjoy, but, like, for me, I'll only pay $105 if it's gonna be, like, my favorite game ever, you know? Like, so I have no problem waiting till it goes on sale. I waited I waited, like, 30 years to play Resident Evil 4, I'm sure. I don't know when it came out, probably 20 years. I probably waited 20 years for Resident Evil 4, so I'm not in a rush. And I didn't even know Resident Evil 9 was coming out until, like, a couple weeks ago, so Um, everything Leon says is the one wait, it's still really cheesy? I see, okay. My only one who feels like Leon looks like a young Leonardo DiCaprio. I think it's the hair. The hair. Um, I just think Leon, he looks weird. Like, he looks weird in Resident Evil 4. Like, he looks like, in the remake, he looks with the HD, something about the way they made his face looks weird, in my opinion. And Wakaman Harris. I've been good. How about you? Yeah, we hate taxes. I it's almost tax season. The taxes are due in April, so I gotta do taxes and see how much money I give the government. Can they stop taking my money? Leon is a more refined Titanic Leon. He does more backflips for sure. And welcome in Gamerist Sushi. How are you? Leonardo. Onto something. Um, yeah, I got maybe they based Leon off Leonardo DiCaprio. He definitely doesn't look weird in 9 though. Okay, I did see him in 9. He looks older, but I think that's on purpose. I watched I mean I only saw the spider clip, so I only saw the spider clip, so I can't really speak much to that. You did your taxes already? GG's. What's with the manga? And like that's good. You're on top of things. I didn't do mine yet because sometimes they're really slow. Last year they were so slow with the tax forms. Um, I submitted my taxes in like late March, and then I still got another slip in the mail, and then I had to like amend it. I was like, they Canada. Okay, this is really nerdy, but like Canada last year, they changed the way I can't remember what they did. I think they changed the way capital gains taxes work, but they did it like really late. They did it really late. So then like they extended the deadline for like when you could when they could like send the slips out. So like then it was like really late. I was like, when the taxes are due and then like they still haven't sent it out. Like what's their problem? You know? Um Someone in a Discord, I managed just going on a rant about the Earth being flat. Bro, what Discord is this? The conspiracy theorist Discord? Um, when's Resident Evil 9? Oh yeah, maybe I'll just watch Stop play it first, and then whenever whenever he gets around to it, I'll get around to it. So that I can you guys can stop asking about it. Um, you wish ASAP? I don't know. I guess we'll see. Took a long time for me to get your tax return. Like, once you submitted it for them to give it to get it back. T4 creating always has issues. It's annoying. Oh, cause you're like incorporated, right, to do your own. Luckily, the government, like not the government, I guess my company just gives me mine. It's very chill. Although I hate looking at the box that tells you how much income tax you paid in the year. I'm like, I hate it. I look at it, I'm like, I can't believe they took that much money from me. And for what? I mean, I know. I know where taxes go. I get it. But it's still I don't like getting my money taken away. Never sell diamond hands, no cap. You have to sell one day. No, it's because I get stocks from my company and I do sell those right away because I don't invest in individual stocks. even from my company. Like they say, you cannot, if your whole portfolio is your company, but you also get paid by your company, it's a lot riding on that one company. Um, you filed yours mid-February and you're still waiting on it. Damn, they gotta get on that. Like early mid-February. Damn. Usually I get mine back really fast. It's like, I mean, I don't have a very complicated tax situation, so it's, I guess they're just like, oh, that looks good to me, and then they like give me my refund. I like a good tax refund. Um, I don't think I've ever owed taxes, which is nice. Paying taxes, imagine paying for roads in school. Yeah, I hate roads. I'd rather just drive on the dirt. Like, I'll get an ATV. It's fine. I don't think they need that much money for that, you know? Uh, like the amount they take from me is really mean. I could do a lot more with that than they could. I'm gonna become a libertarian. This is now a libertarian stream. Um, those things called parks with grass. Yeah, I don't even go outside. It's so true. It's so true. I don't even go outside. I don't need roads. I don't need I'm done with school. Like, I don't need school. um, if they gave me my taxes back, if I have kids, I could send them to private school. Like with that money. Maybe not the really nice private school. Some of the private schools are crazy. Um, my aunt works for a school, and she's like, you know, some of these like kids, or my mom also like, um, she sometimes does like work for like a homestay agency, and some of these people they pay for private schools, and some people they're out here paying like 100K a year for their child to go to like preschool. I'm like, I'm like, really? Like, does it really matter what preschool your kid went to? Like, is it really that important? Like, I don't think so. Like, is your child gonna become a genius because you paid 100K for kindergarten? No. Um, they don't fix roads at the style. I think they actually do fix roads here. I do see it a lot. Um, they're still building this road. It's taken them 8 years. Oh my god, yeah, true. They take really long. They take really, really long. Um, which is like my mom always complains because like in Japan, they would get that done overnight. It would take one, maybe 2 nights. And in Canada, they would take like 4 months to do it. And then they would be like, and then 4 months in, they would be like, oh, sorry, we're behind schedule. And I'm pretty sure, like, yeah, there's definitely some regions where like they go super over budget and then they charge the residents. They're like, oh yeah, I think there was somewhere in Vancouver, there was like a dam. I can't remember what it was. They were building something like water infrastructure, and then they went over budget by like millions and millions of dollars. And then they were like, "Oh, okay. Well, every person in this city now has to pay like $100 or like $1,000 or something." I was like, "Bro, what?" That's how they did it. It's now NBC Media Broadcast Channel. Yeah, exactly. I should make the government. I would do so much better. Sorry, Mark Carney. Could speak better Japanese than that guy. That was such a funny clip. If you guys did see that on the Discord, Mark Carney speaking Japanese, he sounded like he didn't even practice it once. Like he was like it sounded like he was reading it off the page for the very first time. Um, the kids go to the best preschool. It's getting to the best primary school. Oh, that's so important. My kid needs to have the best grade 1 education ever. um, yeah, it's those really expensive. Like I feel like um until like honestly, is this a hot take? I don't think the like, getting a really expensive education, okay, first, I don't think it matters, like, in general, but, like, even then, like, I don't think the quality of the education really matters until, like I don't even know if it matters in high school, honestly. Like, does it really matter? I don't know. I don't think so. Like, it's never been relevant to, like, my job. like what I learned in high school. I would have been fine either way. And welcome in Zirconian, and welcome in Olivia. Is carbon tax Carney better or worse at Japanese and you are French? I think I could pronounce a sentence in French better than Carney did. His sentence was incomprehensible. They fix roads in a day here if it's spotted, and the inspector just kind of cruise around for fun, look for spots. In most cities have public safety bans that give. Oh my god, no! In Japan, they're so loud. Like, why is there so many vans with like speakers? Like, there's one near my grandparents' house that like it literally selling potatoes, and I'm like, who gave permission for this man to drive around in a truck with a loudspeaker about potatoes? Like, it's unnecessary. And the political bands being racist with the loudspeakers. Yeah, well, oh my god, yeah. Being in Japan during a political campaign, it's so loud. It's so noisy. You didn't get to see the video yet. You should watch it. It's really funny. Remember this the Japanese the elder YouTuber saying that the reason the buses were on time is because people complained, so they fix it. We complained, and the 8 a.m. bus would arrive at 11. Yet that would be soon. Right, right. Um, and yeah, Japan is very punctual with everything, at the cost though of like the workers being like super overworked. It's like, okay, the delivery driver is never late, but he doesn't get to sleep. You know, it's like sometimes a trade-off. Is that a Hutao hat on Good to Tell in the background? Yes. He likes it. Hutao is his favorite character. He wants to see six him, or see six her, but um I don't give him that kind of allowance. Don't let him wail out like that. I don't know why the loudspeakers are like that. I know. It's like, why? Like, who? That should be like illegal, like or like a public disturbance, right? Like, and there's no need for that for potatoes. You wanted to put them in a stew, I guess so. Just a VTuber woman, woman. Um, watched a few of her videos because she's a polyglot, and her flawless accent, sorry, in every language she spoke was amazing to watch. That's impressive, yeah. And like a real polyglot, not like people talking about K-pop idol. That never gets old for me. Oh, by the way, um, I think I told you, but we had a work reform in 2019, so there's less overwork, even USA. Tell that to my cousin. um, you love Genshin so much. It's my favorite game. Honestly, at this point, I feel like it might be my favorite game as well. Like I have been playing it like almost every day since like 2020, for like over 3 years now. Do you have a favorite character? For an average person, it's financially better to avoid overpaying for education. Having 100K in student loans for undergrad doesn't translate anymore. I mean, yeah, I think you can get a really good, um, I think it's like you can get a really good education at like a small school. Like I don't think it's like I don't think it's like, oh, like you you know what I mean? What am I trying to say? I don't think it's like, oh, I went to, okay, maybe for like, I can't speak for like law school or like med school or something like that, but at least for like just like an undergrad, like if you're like, oh, I'm gonna get like an English undergrad, like does it really matter? Like even for me, like I study computer science. I think you could study that anywhere and it'd be fine. Unless you're gonna go into like research or something after, like I think I would have been completely fine if I went to like a community college. It would just been cheaper. If you're a K-pop idol, how many languages would you be listed as fluent on the K? They would absolutely list French, would they not? They'd be like, "Oh, she's from Canada, so I heard she speaks French," and then they would like put that on there, for real. And then they would hear me like sing my, um, they would be like, they would literally, it would be like Miju is a professional opera singer, and then they would hear that I sung like one song in German and Italian, and they'd be like, "Oh my god, she speaks German and Italian fluently. She performed opera in Canada." And um, what else? What else? Like, and then it would just be like, "Oh, she was the CEO of this company or whatever." Like they're so overboard. What is your cousin doing? Let me save it. He works for the government. My whole family works for the government. It's crazy. And the government is actually better in terms of like the work hours for sure. And welcome in Thunder. Hope you're doing well today. Never posted again, Chinchappy. Cleared Fearless. Wait, post it. I want to see it. I cleared the Knuckle Knuckle. Because I have Flins. And I'm working on. I can do the Kaya clear again on Cryo Automaton. But I need to work on that. Do you know the J Vlogger T lore? Oh my god, like abroad, Chris abroad in Japan, right? Chris abroad. Um, I don't know about the lore though. Heard Miju is the CEO of a lot. I know they would absolutely say that. The K-pop fans, they're crazy. Chris Broad is like, yeah, I know about him. A newer YouTuber got mad. He pointed out that she doctored photos of graffiti in Japan, and she made a 12-minute video calling him a C word, like the normal C word. Why? But why would she make up graffiti? Like why would she make up graffiti? Is she just being like, oh, the foreigners are putting graffiti or something? Is something like that? You're doing okay. I guess I should follow. I keep coming back. I mean, if you want to follow, you can. If you want to just bookmark my Twitch page, that well works too. Um, with parents working for government, do you worry about them spying on you? I'm not worried about that. No. Um, Chris Broad, yeah. I don't watch his videos, but I know who he is. I know who he is, and I sometimes watch Trash Taste. So he is on there sometimes, and um, yeah, I've watched some of them, and but there's that guy who's like in that group as well. Is his name Matt? Matt something? Um, he's really good Japanese. I think Chris Broad's Japanese is like fine, but like that Matt guy, his Japanese is really good. I should work for the government. I want to work for the government. I should probably go to my office later today. It's Sunday. Hey, you should work for the government. They wouldn't make you work on Sunday. You must get the first one in Fearless with Varka, but you're missing an off-field DPS. Shangling? You're proud of that though? Not even close. You got him before. Congrats. Congrats. Um, have you ever heard of the tea that's happening on Twitch right now, which is even more hilarious? Ms. Kiff versus Amaru. No, I'm not. I don't follow any of the drama. I thought they were like dating and then they broke up. But, like, isn't Ms. Kiff like kind of weird or like questionable? Cause of Joey. Oh yeah, Joey. Yeah, Joey's cool. But like, I can't. I'm not gonna compliment Joey's Japanese. Like Joey is Japanese, and his Japanese is like crazy. Um, like he studied so hard. Like I wish that could be me, but like it's not. He studied so hard, and he like his vocabulary. There was joke that um, like yeah, his kanji level. His Japanese is better than like not like actual because he is Japanese, but he's half Japanese. He grew up in Australia, right? But like his Japanese is better than people who are like born and raised Japanese. Because he like studied so hard, which is crazy. You're training from your walk on a hot day, going to the gym later. Nice, nice. I hope it was a good walk, even though it was really hot out. Wasn't it snowing just like only a couple weeks ago? That's crazy. Um, because he's a weeb. He's literally Japanese. You get exempt from being a weeb if you're Japanese. You know, 6,000 kanji. That's crazy. 6,000 is wild. Um, you with Toma because your Shangling is not good. Wish I had Durin though. Yeah, I think that's your problem. If you're getting close to clearing with Toma, just put in Shangling, even if she's not good. I think Shangling is like would be almost as good as Stern anyway. She does a lot of damage. It's extremely rare. It takes a lot of dedication or interest because they never use this. Yeah, you don't need those. You don't need that many kanji. Yeah, it's very impressive. Um, you mean West Coast? Hmm? Um, it's been gloomy and raining here. It was nice. Actually, we had nice weather recently, but today it's gloomy and rainy, which I don't mind. I know he's half Japanese, but he built his whole following off loving anime. True, true. Isn't he like making an anime though? But I think that's okay, cause like, I mean, yeah, he is like an anime fan. Wasn't his username like Joey Anime Guy or something like that? But he is Japanese, and honestly, he's more Japanese than me, so I can't really call him a weeb. So he definitely picked up a lot from watching. I don't think he learned Japanese from anime. I think he just knew it like from his mom, like me. But he obviously studied harder than me and improved more. Um, Joey's otaku then not weeb. Yeah, yeah, for sure. But he's married, so does that exempt him? Do your parents know any dialect words? I know Japan has many dialect. Yeah, my family has a dialect. Um, what about the foreign immigrants who are born and raised in Japan and only know Japanese? I think they can't be weebs either. I can't really say those people are not Japanese, you know? Like obviously they're not like ethnically Japanese, but if you're born and raised in Japan, you only know Japanese. Like I can't really say like they're more Japanese than I ever will be. Um, in Texas tomorrow, we're expecting 80% of thunderstorms, and we need that because half your grass is dead. Well, hopefully your power doesn't go out. Oh yeah, it's like the anime man, right? I haven't watched Trash Taste in a long time. I did really like watching them. But I haven't watched super often. Although they do talk about anime a lot, and I don't know anything about anime. With AI, everyone will be able to make their own anime with themselves, the protagonist. It won't be a good anime. um, Joey probably learned a little from anime, but anime isn't good for real Japanese. They talk weird. I mean, they talk like it's a cartoon because it is a cartoon. But yeah, I mean, I think I think his Japanese is very obviously his Japanese is like completely natural, completely fluent. You won't be able to justify your anime watching in this chat. I mean, the only card you can pull is if you're Japanese. I'm sorry. And if you're not Japanese, no hope for you. You will be crushed. Um, it's interesting how nationality is sometimes based on ethnicity. Korean, Japanese, sometimes citizenship, British, French. Yeah, yeah. I think that would. I mean, maybe maybe I'm just like completely making up nonsense, but maybe that will change over time as countries get more diverse, right? Because obviously countries like England are a lot more like diverse, and like Canada, for example, you can't just be like, oh, like and you have to be like white to be Canadian, like obviously not. But Japan and Korea are still like 95% um Japanese ethnically. So I don't know. You learn Japanese and native from your grandma, you learn English from your dad, you learn Chinese from your sister-in-law, and German from your stepmom. Damn, you have a very diverse family. Lots of languages. Recently watched The Greatest Showman with Japanese subs and noticed that when the dad insulted Barnum, Barnum said "deteke," and I don't know why. I just say "diddle," but maybe I'm just more aggressive. Maybe he was being polite because it's his father. I don't know. Um, if you have a Japanese citizenship, you can call yourself a Japanese person, and it's 100% accurate. Yeah, I think like I mean like I think if you're just like if you're born and raised in Japan, like I think you just are Japanese. Like what could you what can you do? Um, you could have been Brazilian then, you could have been. No, yeah, you're American now. True. Florida man. Time to be a Florida man. Um, you consider yourself more Japanese than anything else? Yeah, I mean, that's completely up to you. I actually could have applied for British what did I say? Brazilian citizenship, but why would I? I mean, yeah, there's no reason to. You were leaving. A Floridian, exactly. You're level 0, that's a flex, that's a flex. Everyone in Japan speaks Hyojungo? So default to that. That's like the standard. Um, yeah, I think it's like the dialect is different than like a accent because like most accents you can't just like turn it off, right? But like with a dialect, everyone can speak normally. Like in Japan, yeah, like Wei-Jun said, everyone can speak standard Japanese. But there are many different dialects. And my family does have a dialect, and apparently it's very like country, like a small town, like that kind of dialect. So that's great. That's great. Very country bumpkin kind of vibes. Um, can't wait to get the Floridian experience on GTA 6 comes out. You gotta show your alligator pet. Nice, nice. It's still better than a Cuban one. Yeah, I guess it would be more, maybe it would be more useful. But it probably takes a long time to get a citizenship, right? So by the time it would like process, wouldn't you already be gone? Schools now aren't saying Hyojingo anymore because Ministry of Education said it's exclusionary to dialect as if they're alien. So kyotsugo is in the new textbooks. I see. Okay, I will learn that word instead. um, I'm in the States now, so might just go for a different one. Yeah. And it's kind of hard to get a US citizenship though, right? Because it's like a lottery system. Um, or I mean, I don't know if Kimmy's a citizen. If Kimmy's a citizen, I guess you don't have a problem. Um, yeah, a lot of my coworkers, like, I had many coworkers, like, leave or, like, have to move, because they weren't able to get a green card. Oh, she is a citizen. Oh, then you have no problem. You guys are married. Um, standard language between versus common language, it's a slight difference in attitude, but most people say Hajingara haven't, yeah. Maybe similar to when people call Asians Orientals. Bro, yeah, that's such like a boomer. That's such a boomer thing to say, right? Like Oriental. Uh, malicious. Yeah, yeah. It's like it's very like you cannot say if it's malicious, like if they're racist or not. They could be racist. They could not be racist. Like it's not really. It just means they're old. Um, yeah. 2 years after I was able to get the citizenship. Okay. Norway has no official standard dialect, so people keep their native dialects when they move around. I mean, like in Japan, people keep their dialects for sure, but when you're speaking in like a formal situation, if you're like at work, or whatever, everyone would just use a standard. Like I think the dialect is more like not like casual, but it's not like official, I guess. If I see Oriental on the sign now, it's kind of cute because like it's stupid. Yeah, yeah. I mean, like, yeah, there are some things that are just like it's just very or like a lot. I think a lot of people, it's like it's not done out of malice. It's just like they don't know. Like I hear a lot of people say like Jap, you know, and like I'm like this sounds kind of wrong, but it's usually people don't mean it in like a negative way, right? Like they're just like, oh, that's I'm just gonna shorten it because why not? Um, if you come from a strong dialect, you also can keep your pitch accent even when using common language Japanese. Mm, the accent, the whole thing. In Norwegian, you speak your native dialect, and we're all just expected to be able to understand them with varying degrees of success. Yeah, some of the Japanese ones, like I'm not like amazing at Japanese, so some of the Japanese ones are um, really difficult to understand. It's a dialect. It's like a different way of it's not like an accent, but it would be slightly different grammar, like the ending, the ending of sentences might be a little different or different words, maybe like a bit of slang that's a little different. And yeah, I think just the way they phrase certain sentences can sound different. Your advanced teacher is from Kyoto and she has to learn the dictionary page accent and it's still tricky for her. I see. What's an advanced teacher? Like a tutor? Um, Norwegian doesn't have accents. The regional dialects just have different vocabularies and often different grammar. I see, I see. People from Aomori are speaking space. Like sometimes I like watch. I'm not like super familiar with all the dialects, but once in a while you're like watching like a show or something, and you're like, what the hell are they saying? Kagoshima dialect is hard too. For me, I wasn't really used to like the Osaka dialect, and my hairdresser is from Osaka, and for a while I was like, I was a little bit like it was hard to understand them for a while, but now I'm used to it. So they speak a different dialect in Osaka than Tokyo. Yeah, yeah. The Osaka one is very distinct. Is it comparable to a different country that speaks the same language? Yeah, yeah, I would say so. It's just without the accent. I guess it's still kind of an accent. I don't know. I need to be fluent in Osaka, so they think I'm a local. I will not be able to help you with that. Kansai dialect is scary because it's super casual and nice, but it's very famous and easy to pick up. I see. I'm just gonna like. I'm not even at the point where I'm just trying to like convey what I mean. You know. That's the level I'm at. And wakamin onions. How are you doing? Um, Other than that, how's my day going? Other than what? My day is going good. I mean, it just started. I woke up, I got ready, I streamed. Where are my parents from? Miyazaki in Kyushu. So there is a Miyazaki event, but it's like yeah, apparently it's very like rural sounding. That's near you. Wait, really? Where I mean, if you don't want to share, no problem. But are you also in Kyushu? Japanese? Yeah, yeah. When it's an accent, it's usually the pronunciation that's different. When it's a dialect, there's more grammatical and vocabularic differences. Yeah, at least for at least for Miyazaki, but I can't speak for every dialect, but um, for Miyazaki, it's like the ending of sentences is often different. Um, Fukuoka, I don't know what the second one is. Something about Fukuoka. Fukuoka is really close though. My cousin lives there. You live in Kyushu, I see. I didn't know you were from Kyushu. That's crazy. Oh, Hantai, Hantai. Oh, so the opposite. Wait, so where are you from? Um, what does that mean? The opposite of Kyushu, Fukuoka, like the bottom. Um, what? Okay, okay. You guys know I'm illiterate. Oh, okay, okay. I see, I see. I get it. Thank you for the thank you for the hiragana. I see, I see. Um, I heard that. Oh no, oh no. Everyone's gonna be Google translating you to find out where you live. But it's cool to meet other people from Kyushu, cause like, or I mean, I'm not from Kyushu, but um, it's not that common. It's not that common. Okay, bye. Sure. Where's my thing? Fukuoka goated though. Yeah, Fukuoka's fun. I like my cousin lives there now. So 毎週のたびに日本語喋ります。でももう喋った感じなんだけど、でもウェイジュンがいるから、一人で喋るわけじゃないから、誰も日本語喋れない時は、なんか一人でなんか独り言してるみたいだから、ちょっとやだ。漢字は無理？無理かな？ほんとに読めない。時々 あ、これかなってなんか当ててみてるけど、あ、でも、タイでもタイピングってさ、これ読む練習です。タイピングでさ、漢字はマジで問題？問題かな？ほんとにわからない。読む時は、あ、簡単！ああ、反対だった。やばい。Okay. Weijin was testing my Japanese and it's not great. It's not great. Feel like I'm going up a level just by being a bystander in this chat. I know, I know. I like how my mind processes the hiragana, goes blank on the kanji, keeps going with the rest. I try to guess. Um, I was trying to guess, but I guessed wrong a little bit. I need to LARP to reset my weeb points. Have you played Divinity yet? Or we were having one more run of Baldur's Gate or something, right? Because I have Divinity downloaded and I was gonna try it out. Um, Japanese is a lot harder than just listening, and Miju is speaking pretty slow. Yeah, I speak Japanese can be really fast spoken. I'm a little I speak slowly because I'm bad. And I speak very maybe honestly listening to me is like a good Japanese listening because like I just use really simple words. So like you will never encounter a difficult word from me. um I've barely played any games lately, just haven't been in a gaming mood. What have you been doing then? Playing Magic the Gathering? Are you busy with school? Um, my opinion, I say your Japanese is good enough for anything, slow but good. Thank you. I'll take it. I'll take it. I think especially when after I go back to Japan, I can speak pretty like smoothly, except my vocabulary is really lacking. Because like a lot of times, like if I want to speak about something that's like a little advanced, like if I want to like that's like a little out of the ordinary, it's not like an everyday sort of situation, then I really struggle. So I really want to improve my vocabulary because like it's kind of sometimes it's hard to communicate. Um, Speaking is easier than reading. Writing or reading? Yeah, my reading and writing is so much worse than my speaking. Mita just sounds nervous in Japanese. Her personality changes a bit. I think it's because I think I'm like a little out of practice, honestly. A few months ago, I would seriously say Genshin was not gaming. Now I did this. Nah, I think it's like gatekeeping to be like, oh, Genshin isn't gaming, or like Candy Crush isn't gaming. Like I think it's all. If you're playing a game, it's gaming. It might not be like hardcore gaming, but it's still gaming. You talk around the word concept instead of knowing the word is. Yeah, that's me. And my family does this like whole like guessing game. They're like, "Is this what you mean? Is this what you mean? Is this the word?" It's funny. But I like being able to talk with my cousins. My cousins, obviously they went through the whole school system, so their English vocabulary, they have the opposite problem than me. They can't speak English to save their lives, but like they know their vocabulary. So like I'll just say the word in English and they can translate it. Or if my mom is there, she can translate it. I've never played Genshin in my life, and that's one of my biggest strengths. Hey, I think you'd like it. And Wakamin Peel, thanks for the 10 stream streak. I remember I was considering it when we just started and quickly realized it wasn't for me shortly after. I mean, yeah, I don't know, like who would I recommend who would I recommend Genshin to? I think like you definitely should like story. um and the story is a lot. The story is very lengthy. The story is very lengthy. So if you're not okay with that, then I would not recommend Genshin. And um if you like what am I trying to say? Like if you like a daily grind, like it is it is at its core a mobile game, right? So like it's like you do like a daily login, daily grind sort of thing. So if you're not into that, then definitely not recommend Genshin. But I think a lot of people I think a lot of people like really underestimate the depth of Genshin's combat. Like Genshin's combat is actually like very in depth. Like there is like a whole community of like theory crafters and people who make all these calculations and make all these like there's like spreadsheets, like there's like these like rotations they have to do and like there's a lot of like aspects of it that you can like if you like team building as well. Team building is a big thing. But there is that daily grind of tedium. So if you don't like stuff like that, then that's not good either. Have you heard of Japanese learning book called Japanese from Zero or Genki? Yeah, Genki is really famous. I think that's what they use in schools. Use Japanese with the kids all the time, but you should go to Okinawan with Okinawan, kind of like Japanese, but with the English twist. Nice. With all the kaya glazing. I mean, yeah, also if you don't like, if you're not the I think you'll like Genshin if you're the type of person as well to like get attached to characters. Like if you're like if you're playing Genshin and you get like attached to characters in a way that I think that's a big appeal as well. I like how recent quests have way more animations than the older ones, makes experience a little more enjoyable. Yeah, certain characters um like Yehoda, she's fun. Um when I really don't feel like talking to someone, I just say I don't speak English and Japanese and people just stare at me like I'm totally nuts. Nice. I mean, hey, if you don't talk to someone, just pretend you don't speak their language. What can they do? Um There's a famous influencer who is a white American guy born and raised in Okinawa, and he went to a job interview in Tokyo, and they're like, "Why are you using a poor people dialect? What?" That's kind of like it's kind of rude, no? Like just because you're from just I feel like you never I feel like you don't need to be I'm sure there's rich people in Okinawa. um brought up Genshin once and look at me hey, I will glaze Genshin. Yeah, see it's that got attached to Mona and look where he is now. You played for Razor, left it, you play for Varka. Of course, of course. Um, what do you do when you get stopped by the police? Like in general? I don't know, I've never been stopped by the police. You think dialect discrimination is a real thing? Yeah, I mean, I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. That's mean of that guy. It's hard not to make assumptions. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of. I mean, those sort of societal issues exist everywhere, of course. But yeah, I've definitely Japan has its own issues as well. It's the same everywhere. If you did, would you say you don't speak English? If the cops pulled me over, I would say I don't speak English. Why would I say that? I feel like that wouldn't help my case. You know? I feel like I would be polite eh, if I got pulled over. It depends what I was doing. I mean, I guess it would be like speeding or something. Um, I would just be polite. Hopefully, hopefully not get a ticket. I've been talking about Attack on Titan, cosplays, VTubers, hiragana, and Genshin. Ricky, you're gonna go up a weeb level. You gotta be careful. You're insulting your own drive. No, I've never been pulled over. I'm saying like, if I got pulled over for something, like, what would it be? Like, I don't speed. I don't speed. In fact, I do drive like a grandma, so I don't think I get pulled over. um, I've never gotten a ticket, never gotten pulled over, never gotten in an accident. I've only scratched like I've only ever like had parking lot incidents. um, but I've never like had any driving issues. Meet your best Asian granny in her 20 exactly, exactly. I'm just getting ahead of things, you know? Cops near my uni have been camping out the grocery store at the bottom to arrest students illegally parking. Come on. That's like such a no life behavior, you know? Like, come on. Don't they have anything better to do? You sit on a pillow when you drive. No, I got a car that I don't have to do that. Because some cars the seat is definitely too low and I'd have to like when I got driving lessons back when I was a kid, I had to sit on a pillow. Um, so I don't want to get a car where I'd have to do that. Grocery store at the bottom of the mountain, they're farming XP. Yeah, they're being losers. Why are you giving tickets to students? Like, come on. They just find some more violent crime. Can't reach the gas pedal. No, I got my car. It's Miju size. It's comfy, you know. It's nice. Cause I did a test drive a different car. I think it was a Nissan, and I was like, it was like really uncomfortable to sit on. We just stilt on her feet to reach the pedal. Exactly, exactly. No, my car has like a. I mean, I think every car has this. You can like lift up the seat. There's like a little like pump thingy, and then you can lift up the seat. Um, I mine has that. Although I've heard that you shouldn't sit too close to the steering wheel. You just sit as far as is comfortable from the steering wheel as possible because um you might get killed by the airbag. So, you know, that's fun. Um Let me send pics of your Korea stuff. Hey, you can post in the Discord. You sit super close to your wheel. Apparently that's bad. You're gonna get a broken nose if the airbag goes off. Or you might get suffocated by the airbag. Although you're probably tall enough where you won't get suffocated from the airbag. Apparently, okay, I went down this whole rabbit hole. Apparently, like all the safety mechanisms in cars that have been developed over time are very like they're like pretty much from like for like an average size male, right? So like all the crash test dummies are male. Um but like there's a lot of like safety issues for women or like shorter people or probably even taller people. That it's like all these things that are supposed to like protect you in the car. Like for example, the seat belt, right? The seat belt for a lot of women or shorter people, the seatbelt's supposed to go off across your lap. But if you're really small, the seatbelt will go across your abdomen, and it will crush your organs. Apparently, it's like if you ever get an accident, it will crush your organs. And I'm like, oh, that's great. That's great. That's what I wanted. Um, and then like for a lot of women, like the seatbelt goes across your chest, right? But like women have breasts. And especially if you have like a larger chest, like the seatbelt will not work properly. So I'm like, who's designing I mean that's the same for like your whole society, like all society. Obviously, like stuff has been developed for men. It's like, oh, like back in the day, like only men drive or whatever. But like they just like never changed it, I guess. So like a lot of things are very unsafe. And yeah, if you're short, you might just die from the airbag. So that's fun. um do you have a dream car? No, I'm not a car guy, I'm sorry. The bot time do you how many photos did you post? How many photos did you post? Um, 12. Okay, like 30. Oh no, I'm sorry, you got Okay, let me untime you out. Remove timeout. Just post them more slowly. I think you're being attacked. Yeah, is a turtle messaging you? And Kalani, thank you so much for the 49 months. Welcome in, welcome in. Designed by men, like the automatic door unlock when you stop, park. Oh yeah, I mean, my car doesn't even automatically lock. It's not that fancy. But yeah, why would you want it to unlock as soon as you stop? That's like that's like not a that's like not a great mechanism. What if you want to be safe in your car? Just don't crash your car. I mean, yeah, that's a plan. That's a plan. That's my plan A, you know. But if I ever get in an accident, completely not my fault, I will get my organs crushed. So, um, yeah, sorry. The attachment spam thing had to be there because if you guys remember, we had we had an incident of people joining the Discord and spamming very inappropriate me photos and stuff, which I luckily I was saved the trauma of having to see them, but people did see them. Um, and so now when you join the Discord, you cannot post images for like 10 minutes. So like I think that will do the trick. And it was like very hard to stop because it was like a group of real people. Like I guess they just have nothing better to do. It wasn't even like bots. Like cuz if it's like bots, you can like filter them out, but if it's like real people joining, you can't really like automate filtering that out. Person most likely to get cause or get in an accident is the average male. Okay, you're right. That's true. That's true. But what if they're his the average male, his girlfriend or his sister is in the passenger seat? Kalani plays hella video games but says he doesn't do horror, telling me he's weak. Really? I thought you do play some horror games. Um, Either you're too organized or the sheet music was borrowed. I wouldn't have put away the books from the piano. It is in the piano stand because my piano teacher uses this piano as well. That's what it is. Because I was making space for her to she puts her stuff here, her iPad and stuff. Yeah, the new WWE. Nice. I posted career pics. You can look at your leisure. Okay, okay. I will look later. Um, an MLB next weekend. Well, lots of sports going on. Only like multiplayer ones, not solo. Um, oh, like a Phasmo and stuff like that. It hit me again. It was 9 pics. Are you sure? It's saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. Why is this kind of funny? Shouldn't have eaten you ate a turtle. No wonder it's mad at you. How could you eat a turtle? It's 12 and 60. That's the rule. It's 12 and 60 seconds. I'm gonna untime you out again, okay? It's 12 and 60 seconds. Just wait 60 seconds. You got this. Oh my god, the moderation channel is like just Wei Shen being like banned. Why is that funny? You mean the sport? Oh, sports. Oh, sports games. Oh, I didn't know there's a. Oh yeah, there's a WWE game. You're saying. You had shark fin a few times. Have you worried about going into open water? Yeah, they're coming for revenge. They're coming for you. The lack of in-law. Um, aren't they like endangered? Or is that not right? Maybe not. Red shark stay? None of this sounds appealing to me. Depends on. Oh, okay. I guess yeah, it makes sense. Depends on the shark. I'm already a little scared of sharks. I don't want to. I wouldn't go swimming in the ocean anyway. Um, Normally a top of mako, which isn't endangered. I don't know what that is. Either the shark eats you or you eat it. Right, right. Eat or are you? Or what is like in Finding Nemo? They're like, are you fish? Are you? Oh no, they said, are you friend or are you food or something like that. Wait, what did they say? Can't remember. Um, you had a big thing of grilled tuna. It's the same, really? I just had the impression that it wouldn't taste very good. Oh, fish are friends, not food. Oh, that's the opposite of what the message I was trying to go for then. Because we're just talking about eating the fish. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I forgot what I said. I've not eaten any of the stuff. In Speaking of Miyazaki, in Miyazaki they eat horse sashimi, and I'm like, that does not sound appealing to me. Like, I don't know. I'm like, I don't think I want to eat a horse. Like, is that good? And not only that, do I want to eat it raw? No, no, I don't think I want to eat it raw. I don't even like raw beef. Like, they have like raw beef stuff. It's pretty common, even in the West. I don't like raw beef. I just don't want it to be like so bloody. Gotta go though. Gotta slave away. Okay, okay. Good luck. Hope you get some rest at some point. Thanks for stopping by. Cream is just a supermarket to some people. God. Um, you really see like the Nemo fish, and you're like, I eat in that. I guess there's a lot of fish you wouldn't necessarily eat. But they eat a lot of stuff in Japan. I also haven't had puffer fish, fugu. I've never had puffer fish. Cause like if it's not prepared properly, you could die, right? Like, it's so scary. You're running on 2 monsters and 10 hours of sleep within 3 days. That should be illegal, man. I'm sorry. You've had fugu, they sell it at Kaiten Dishi. Not the ones I go to. I watched a Japanese mukbang video. It's for like 3 kilograms raw horse. Ew. Did you watch it? That sounds like disgusting. Like I don't know if I would want to watch. I don't know if I want to watch someone eat 3 kilograms of raw horse meat, or I don't even watch someone watch 3 kilograms of any food. I don't know. Um, it's not that good. Only the good fugu I had was from a 5-star hotel. What does it taste like though? Cause I don't really like white meat. Like I don't even like eating like squid nigiri. Like it's not my favorite. Told y'all when I eat fugu, I'll be the dude who dies. Wait, I like how you're saying when. Like you're like when you're saying when, you're like I know I'm gonna be the one who dies, but like when I eat it. You're not even like if I eat it. Um, sushi don't. The sushi roll at Miyazaki doesn't have it. I've never seen it on the menu. Um, it's pretty soft and has a papery flavor, but the one I had was bit sweet and like citrus. That the poison you're tasting? You definitely gonna try it? Okay, okay. Well, if you die, let us know. Um, Mizuki skill issue? I guess so, but like Mizuki is maybe I just haven't really looked properly in the menu, but the menu is not that big, so I feel like I would have seen it. Good as fire, the dried form especially. I like dried squid. I don't really like squid sushi. Not my favorite. But ikura, I would eat that all day. Let you guys know if I die. Thank you, thank you. Um, was a big 100% that place? I think it's just Miyazaki. Like it's just small town. like like it's just a small town, small restaurant, you know? So it's too bad. But I eat a lot of sushi when I'm in Miyazaki because it's by the ocean, so there's a lot of good sushi for sure. Yeah, ikura because ikura here is like kind of overpriced, so I usually like to get it in Japan instead. A lot better. I'm probably not going to Japan till the fall. You haven't tried sushi here? I'm sure there's good sushi restaurants if you look. Miju and I talk about Japanese food. I feel like girls like yeah. I mean, it's all good. What can I say? Florida has high rated sushi because of fresh fish. I'm pretty sure Ricky doesn't like sushi, right? It's he's he's beating the weeb allegations by not liking sushi. But also I cannot stand by that. Okay, true. Okay, but but no, but isn't there a lot of Japanese people in Brazil? Surely Brazilian sushi is good, right? I want to try lionfish. Why are you guys eating so many poisonous fish? Just eat the normal fish. You know what's good? Maguro. It's good. Ikura, it's good, you know, just eat the non-poisonous one. Not liking ramen was the stereotype is like ramen and sushi. Like they just don't know about other Japanese foods. They're like, "Oh, I love ramen, I love sushi." And that's like all they eat. Um, are they in every state though? Tried it in the capital? I don't know. You've been to Brazil more than me. Where did you see Japanese people? Maguro has so many types. That's true. That's true. Um, Maguro and salmon, the basic not yeah, just eat maguro and it's like you will never be poisoned. Ramen, also sushi last year. Damn. In Wakaminzaku, Peru has a lot of Japanese people and really good Japanese Peruvian fusion food. Damn. What is Peruvian food like? I don't think I've ever had that. Apparently they're in the south. Oh, okay, okay. Sorry. Um, you might have better luck. You might have better luck with the sushi in Florida then. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like Chicano said, it is by the water, so I'm sure the sushi is good. Ramen through seven. We're speaking of weebs. We remember we started weebs love ramen. Exhibit A. Salmon only came because Norway campaigned to sell it in Japan. I'm surprised Zirconia has never told me this fact. Or Chicano told me about this fact. You've made whale meat. You've made it? Or you killed a whale with your own hands or you've eaten it? There's one YouTuber who tries all the ramen shops across Japan. He's living your dream life. That sounds delicious. You're bored with food. The only spice that's satisfying is danger. Yeah, I only like eating food if it's might kill me. You know, like just 50-50, you know? I don't know about them. I don't think any food is worth my life. I think I value my life a little too much. You've cooked whale meat. I see. But did you eat it? I guess you ate it as well if you cooked it. I feel like whale meat cannot taste good, right? It must be so fatty, right? That must have sucked living in prehistoric times and not sure if something was edible or not. Yeah, it's tough out there. Yeah, you gotta be careful. Or you gotta have someone who will just eat the food for you and then you figure it out from there. Um, you ate it and it was bad because it's preserved in salt. Normally it wouldn't be that bad, but I'm not trying it again because the source is in danger. Yeah, endangered is not good. In Wakamin Kenshin, this is the waiting room for the BRB screen. I was actually just thinking about BRBing. So yes, yes. I wasn't paying attention for a while. Did you ask Weijun? Yeah, because Weijun said I've made whale meat. So I was like, did you mean like you killed a whale? I was like, that's crazy. If you killed a whale, I guess it's like fishing, but like a hardcore mode. But no, he, he meant that he cooked it. Yeah, that'd be terrible to be a whale hunter because apparently they're endangered. Well, like someone's cooking tuna and steak at the same time. I don't know if that sounds good. Like I don't know if I want tuna and steak at the same time. Yeah, I think that was a valid question. If you phrase it in that way, like I'm gonna ask, do you hunt whales? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what people are up to in their free time, you know? But yeah, now that Kenshin is asked, I'm gonna BRB because it's only fair. It's only fair. Enjoy. Have a nice Malomart dance party. I'll try not to come back too soon, I promise. But don't be mad at me if I come back, 'cause I will. Okay, okay. BRB. Okay, I'm back. I wiped chat again, I guess. I don't know why it does that now. I didn't change any behavior. It just changed on its own. Gave birth to Will. I guess yeah. If you said I made Will meat, that means. But then, uh, I don't know if that'd be phrased that way. Surely you would feel something for that Will. um, missing Mallow. That's all. Uh, I'm sure there will be another. Yeah, what's everyone been up to this week? And welcome in, Cryo. Hope you're doing well today. I was just yeah. Yesterday, yeah, I did a huge stretch of TFT, and I just like made some improvements. I think the better I get at TFT, the less I just like because like TFT is like best like there's 8 players in a lobby, so like one mindset shift is like you avoid getting like seventh and eighth. Like it's like you don't always play to win, right? Like because there's 8 people, you're not always gonna win. Um, and so like you don't always play for first. You might play for like some games. You might play for third or fourth. You just or even fifth or sixth. Life Resident Evil 9. I mean, fair enough. Yeah, sounds about right. I mean, but you said it was only like 15 hours, right? So that's not too much of a no life. Now I don't know what game to play next. Genshin. We're just gonna start recommending Genshin to everyone, even if they will hate it. We'll just be like, "What game do I play? Genshin. It's always there. It's free. You can play on your phone." Um, how much of a common knowledge that oil used to be gathered from whales? I think it's fairly well known, like the oil for lamps. Um, and welcome in Yokomono. How are you? Did you have any luck? Did you have any luck with that boss? For some reason, though, 10 to 15 hours, the Resident Evil feels way longer. You feel so tense every minute of it. Mm, I see. I see. I guess, yeah, it's like every minute feels longer when you're like scared. Did you pull Skirk back then? No. Genshin. We're just gonna start. Everyone's like, when people are like, oh, what game should I play? Genshin. Just degenerate. Um, this TFT patch is rough. So much fast night. I kind of like it. I went. I didn't play the new patch. I was in Plat 2 and I didn't play the new patch until yesterday, and I played like a bunch of games in a row. Went straight to Emerald. But I kind of like it. I just spammed Yone. Spammed Yone. Um Relatable recommend Gwen. Yeah, Gwen also was really no lifing Resident Evil 9. Um and like I would be like online at like 8 p.m. my time, which is like 4 a.m. Gwen's time. And I would be like Gwen's playing Resident Evil. I didn't do any stitching yesterday, cleared imaginariums, and thank you for your venti. You're welcome. You're welcome. I hope you got to use them during the defense stage, the tower defense stage. I'm so annoyed by I actually really hate imaginary. I don't know. It's so annoying. It's so long. Yeah, it's Chicano will become Zen. I feel like Chicano will like Zenless. But oh my god, Zenless is so degenerate. But so is Honkai Starville. Like I feel like Genshin is the least degenerate. Um, what's Zenless? It's like another one of those gotcha games. It's just more goonery than Genshin. I think I've used some of your characters recently. Let's go. Go. I think I can see on my account like who uses my characters. But people never use my characters. Why won't no one like is no one borrowing my Kaya? Can someone borrow my Kaya? Um I'm ready for Skirk pull wise, artifact why. Just give her more, she's saying, man. I used him for tower defense and the annoying plant boss with the spore. Yeah, he's so good with that. He's also, I don't know which build I saved him on. If he's saved on the DPS build, you could also use him as a DPS. Pretty strong. Why would I like it with more Gurney? I think that was a stats joke. Although it was this Honkai Star Rail character that came out, and it was like this girl, and she was like wearing this like black and red like I don't know if it was like a schoolgirl outfit or like kind of like that. And then everyone was like freaking out over it. I think there's a lot of characters that you would like. How can you see that? I think it's in the menu somewhere, like in the imaginary menu. There are a lot of some gotcha games don't have any men. Like the previous game they made before Genshin had no playable male characters. It's just my face. Um, in 10 days, 4 hours. GM has it down to the hour. Oh my god. Um, she's currently the strongest cow character in the game. Yes, yes, but um, the one thing about Skirk is that she is quite expensive. Because she kind of Escoffier is a huge damage bonus for her. I think it's like 20 or 40, maybe not 40%. It's like quite significant. It's like 20, 30%, something like that. Um, and I'm guessing I think you have Freen already, right? So that's fine. But like her team is not cheap. Yeah, I'll look at them after, Wajan. You're not gonna convert me into a gacha gamer. Hey, I think you would like the gambling. Gambling is pretty fun, if I say so myself. Um, it's because I'm playing. Don't It's just funny. When is she coming out? 10 days, 4 hours. uh, you could have been like, in like 10 days, 2 weeks. Gambling isn't in my DNA. I mean, that's good if you won't get addicted to gambling. Like if you'll have self restraint, that's important. Actually, yeah, maybe I shouldn't just recommend people Genshin. Cause like, what if they're susceptible to gambling? I could ruin their life by recommending Genshin. I should be more careful. Okay, I'll recommend TFT to people. They'll be like, "What game you wanna play?" TFT. You should grind TFT. That's what I will say instead. Although TFT has gotcha as well. The TFT monetization is like really questionable. Cause there's like a gotcha system, but there's no pity. It's just like you could pull forever and never get the thing, you know? Um, gentle spend. Yeah, gentle. Don't spend what you cannot afford to lose. You know? And welcome in. I love women. How are you doing today? You could ruin their. I could ruin their life. I should be more careful. I don't want to ruin people's lives. Not financially. You know, I'm a big personal finance guy. You know, I'm a big finance guy. You know, I'm a big proponent. I'm a big proponent of a good budgeting, good financial habits. You know, you're not a big microtransaction enjoyer. I mean, yeah. But at its core, there's a lot of gameplay in Genshin that's not just like microtransactions. Um, you saw something yesterday saying that Resident Evil 9 was a 13-hour, $70 game, Silk Song a $13 70 hours game, and Genshin Genshin 1,000 hours $0 game. I mean, it is technically a $0 game. You could play everything in Genshin without spending anything. They're not wrong. But yeah, I don't actually, as much as I was like, I think Resident Evil is quite expensive, especially in Canadian. I also think that the game time is not necessarily indicative of like the value that you get from a game, right? Because I think like you can have like a really like you can have a 10-hour game. It's like a masterpiece, right? Like, and it doesn't necessarily mean that it shouldn't be a lot of money, but a lot of times it is correlated, right? Because like I think the price of the game should be correlated with how expensive that game was to make, right? Like I feel like that's the only thing that makes sense. And I sometimes I feel like that's not really the case. And Burning Monkey, thank you so much for the gifted sub. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well today. Um, you read an article the other day about physical media collecting is reaching an all-time high. Yeah, yeah. Even Gen Zs are like they like collecting like CDs and stuff, vinyls, that kind of thing. You're one of the biggest guy. Thank you. Finance. You want more money? Um, yeah, you can save money. You want more money? Don't play Genshin. Genshin turns out way more expensive than that. You don't have to. That's up to you, man. Resident Evil 9 has a lot of replay value too. I could justify the price. Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you can justify the price, that's what matters. But I do think it should just be like, I do think it should just be tied to how expensive the game was to produce. You can afford to lose a bit. I guess Genshin is for me. Thank you for the recommendation. You're welcome. You're welcome. Good luck with your losing money. But yeah, as long as it's put it in your budget. The Genshin budget. Put the line in the Genshin budget. And welcome in Young. Hope you're doing well today. Want more money? Ban fun. Right. So your idea of fun is wailing out on Genshin. And welcome in Monkey. Thank you for the gift subs. Um, may I ask what is the best sleeping position? The best sleeping position is the one that's the most comfortable for you. That's the best sleeping position. But isn't the DLC also gonna have a price tag? Hmm. Yeah, that's quite expensive. Quite expensive. Genshin budget equals 60% of 60%. That's a little high. That's a little high. I'm a big fan of the 50-30-20 model. I'm a big fan of that one. You spend more money when I'm depressed, then you should spend that money on therapy or psychiatric care. Capcom definitely milks their consumers. Probably. It's like there's a lot of like nostalgia and stuff in it, right? Starting portfolio now gains for Genshin. Yeah, you're not getting anything back, man. That's why I said you gotta lose it. Um, if you want both ton of fun and ton of hours, you have 50. Speaking of budgeting, I guess they finally found the budget again to pay for your promotion. I think I'll sell the high seats. I want to check out Resident Evil 9. Can't justify the price with how short it is. I'm sure it'll go on sale. Yeah, I'm sure it'll go on sale like within a year, no? Like it's on a Nintendo game, so I'm sure like it'll be like half off later on. It was your Farina. Ah, nice. Resident Evil 4 was like $20 after 6 months. Was it? Oh yeah, it was on like a really good deal, no? And the Resident Evil 2 remake was like $5. The most comfortable is facing up, but an evil entity visits me and paralyzes me. That's not good. Maybe you should face down. um, but I'm already paying those people. Okay, I can only give financial advice. I cannot give advice on. I think that's out of my pay grade. Anything for Leon S. Kennedy? Of course. I'll deport 2, 3, 4 over to Switch 2. Didn't you just build a PC? Why didn't you on Switch 2? You're gonna play on the go? As a guy who never plays handheld. Are you gonna play Polyphia? What do you mean? Oh, I was like, on the guitar? No. Pocopia. I honestly did not know Poco I don't even know what Pocopia is. I saw Mr. Bug post about in the Discord, and then I saw Angel say that they thought Pocopia was fake, and I was like, "What is Pocopia?" Don't know what that is. You're still in the process of collecting parts. I see it. Nintendo Polyphia. Oh my god, did you guys hear the okay, I know Chicano heard it, but the Varka trailer, literally, it's like Playing God. Like, it's like 90% similar to Playing God. Did you guys hear it? The Varka, it like literally just sounds like we have Polyphia at home. Like, I was like, that's crazy. Can they make it that similar? Um, does Pocopia have Flygon? And no, I hope not. And welcome in, Sensei. Repeating out today. And Pocopia. What is Pocopia? I still don't know what it is. It's some sort of Pokemon game, but what does it do? Are you gonna play? Well, yeah, you play Polyphia. It's actually a sick song. I mean, it's a good song because it sounds like Polyphia, but it's like so similar to the point where I was like looking it up. I was on Polyphia's Instagram and I was like, did they write this song? No, they didn't write that song. Flygon hater. Yeah, Flygon's the worst Pokemon in all of existence. Seriously. Uh, it's like animal. It's like Animal Crossing. Oh, I love Animal Crossing. Pokemon Animal Crossing ripoff. Animal Crossing, but make a Poke. Oh, I just like. I just don't want to buy a $90 Pokemon game anymore. Like, I have bought enough $90. I've given so much money to Pokemon, and I was disappointed every single time. So I don't really want to. I don't really want to give them money anymore. What are the odds that it was AI in the style of Polyphia? Mm, I don't think so, cause like Genshin is pretty like they have their own like in-house music team, right? And they make a lot of great music. They're taxing us. I know. Like I think I don't want. I just don't want. I don't want to spend any money on Pokemon anymore. Maybe like a merch. If I can get my Leon blanket, like then I will. You're stimulating the Japanese economy. I'm not. I'll stimulate it in other ways by buying 1 million cinema roll merchandise. Wind and Waves looks good. Like they're finally picking up the slack of free. Yeah, Wind and Wave. As much of a Pokemon hater I am, I have to admit it does look good. Like I will be honest whenever I see Pokemon, and it looks good. Like Scarlet Violet, Legends Arceus, Legends ZA all looked like garbage, but like but like Wind and Waves looks promising. A Pokemon blanket would go there. It exists, but I was like too slow to it because I didn't play Sword and Shield till like 2021. So by that time they weren't selling this stuff anymore. Like they weren't selling Zacian plushies, they weren't selling any of this stuff. Um, and then like there's this blanket that looks like Leon's cape, and I want that blanket, but I they don't sell anymore. Wind and Waves still find a way to disappoint y'all. I mean, I'm not gonna buy it. I'm not. I don't think I'm gonna buy it, but I will. I will give them credit where credit's due. I don't think it makes up for. I don't think anything could ever like justify or like make up for Pokemon like Pokemon releasing a game in that like condition. Like I I still will stand by I think there's no defending the state in which they released Scarlet and Violet. Like as a as a $90 game, like $80, $90, whatever. Um from such a large company and from such a it's there's really no excuse for the state in which they released that game and the quality it had or the lack of quality. um Arceus looks sick though. It was not as bad as some of the other ones, but you could definitely see the cracks trying to show. There was a lot of I mean, like, that was, like, the first game where, like, you look in the background and there was, like, 1 FPS birds, and you're like, "What is going on with these 1 FPS birds?" Some of the textures were not the best, but I think Arceus overall was okay. Um, but yeah, and then it kinda just went downhill. "I better be good, I'm heading to headquarters. I will support you in that." We're spoiled with Genshin, so we know what a good anime-style game could look like. I mean, yeah, Genshin is a really great example. Like, it's like, you cannot like, as much as you may have, like, criticism towards Genshin, like, Genshin it's like a very high quality game, right? Like in terms of like the art, the music, the voice acting, the animation, the design, and like every all of that stuff. Like, and Genshin rarely has bugs, right? Like it is a very high quality game in that sense, and it's I mean you can argue that it's only that way because they're so rich because it's a gotcha game, right? Um, but still, like it's still very high quality, but it definitely cannot run on Switch. Remember? Remember Genshin Switch announcement? They're like, "Genshin coming for Switch." No, it's not coming for Switch. Um, it's the first Pokemon spin-off to focus on life simulation, combining elements from games like Animal Crossing, Stardew Valley, and Minecraft. I mean, that sounds up my alley. I just don't want to play any Pokemon games, personally. Like, honestly, I played Diamond and Pearl, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. I played Legends. I bought Scarlet Violet. I bought the damn DLC for Scarlet Violet. Oh my god, I just felt like I've been so scammed. I don't want to play anymore. Um, Arceus was probably one of the better ones they released on Switch. Yeah, I agree. I think Arceus still was like borderlines. Like, oh, there were some things about it. I was like, this thing doesn't like the bed. There's a lot of like weird visual things. And there was a lot of like there was quite a lot of bugs. But like obviously nothing compared to Scarlet Violet. um, but yeah, I think the Switch games Arceus was pretty good. Pokemon Snap was pretty, or not Pokemon Snap. Pokemon Let's Go was pretty well made as well. Again, just set the tone for a lot of games now. I mean, it's just like also because it's free too, right? I mean, obviously it's being funded by gambling, but you know, the Pokemon games look like GameCube Virtual Console. Yeah, yeah, it's like I said, there's no excuse for Scarlet Violet, right? Like there's no defending it. The Pokemon Company knows to put out anything and collect money. Exactly. It's so weird listening to me just say good things about a game and it's Genshin. I mean, I have negative things to say about Genshin too, but you cannot fault the quality of the game, right? Like obviously the quality is very high across the board. Like as much as we may have different criticism about Genshin, like I don't think anyone can fault like like the quality of the game. I think it's BS, but you bought for your daughter because she wanted it. $100 for a game is lazy and redonkulous. Yeah, yeah. Funded by your addiction. I hope you haven't given them too much money. You heard Nintendo is suing the US government for what? Nintendo, the small I know, and there's Pokemon fans who will defend it to like with their life. They'll be like, oh, like Scarlet Violet, like really, it wasn't that bad. Like it was, you guys are being too harsh on it. I'm like, why are you defending them? Like what? They don't need your defense. They're the largest media franchise in the world. Like they don't need it. So what do we enjoy in here? Well, like Scarlet Violet had no excuse because Breath of the Wild existed. They're like, oh, it can't run. It's the hardware's fault. It can't run. Breath of the Wild exists. um, it's something to do with tariffs, and we owe them money or something like that. But the prices are so inflated because of tariffs. I see. I know you could sue the US government. I guess why not? Genshin is like, "Vegas looks glorious, but all paid for by gambling." True, true. Um, I mean, yeah, those gotcha games really make the most money. $100 for a Procon 2 is unhinged. Yeah, that's too expensive. It's too expensive. Yeah, what do we like? Um, I mean, yeah, I like Genshin. I mean, even if I complain about it, I've been playing it for 3 years straight. Like, obviously, I like it. Um, I mean, Pokemon Sword and Shield has a special place in my heart. I will admit, the quality is lacking in some places. Like, the graphics are, it was the beginning of the end for the graphics there. Um, I mean, we've all seen the trees. We've all seen the trees they copy pasted from the DS Lite or something like that, the Game Boy. Um, and the story, it's like no one read over the story even once. Like the story doesn't make sense at all. Um, but I had fun. I had fun with the game. It was my first Pokemon game. I had a fun time. Love Leon, obviously. Um, yeah, I think it has its charm. It's like 150 cat. Yeah, it's like $5,000. Only gotcha that got me was Honkai Star Rail. Apparently Honkai Star Rail hasn't released a 4-star character in like 2 years. It's crazy. I wish Genshin was in a mobile game so they could expand more different aspects. I understand though that usually play on it. I feel like they're not really held back, honestly. The one thing that really surprised me, I found out recently, um, was that Genshin has a lot better graphics on PS5 because they have some sort of like deal with Sony. But like the game is capped at 60 FPS and like the textures and stuff are like lower resolution and stuff on the computer, which just makes no sense, right? Like obviously the PC should be able to handle the most graphics, but um they have some sort of deal with Sony. Um Reality isn't clean or consistent. The Sims don't behave the way they should. Sorry, what? What are you talking about, Thunder? Is this in relation to Pokemon? I understand it though. It's usually play. I mean, I think, yeah, I like that it's playable on mobile. I think it's, especially with the type of game it is. I think it's very impressive that it's playable on mobile. That's why I think it's like, there's no. That's why I think also there's no excuse for Scarlet Violet, right? It's like come on, mobile games look better. Um, I ran through Sword and Shield, and the only thing I like was Leon and I mean, the music will always. But I mean, you cannot fault Pokemon for its music, right? Like even in Scarlet and Violet, the music was great. Also, I'm a bit biased because I love Toby Fox. The Pokemon Company just has a huge folder named Assets that they just copy over and start work on the new game. Yeah, then and the assets have been there since like Fire Red. No, sorry, they've been there since Red and Blue or whatever. They just copy that over. um, PS5 as PSSR or some other technology exclusive to their hardware. No, I know, but like they should be able to make like Genshin is capped like on the frame rate on the PC. But like there's no reason it has to be. I don't know why they do that. And they have some sort of deal with Apple, so they have 120 FPS on iOS. But like not on the PC, which is like really weird too. It was? No, I think a lot of people criticize Pokemon, but there are people who defend it. But like it's not that popular. What's it capped on PC? 60? I think so. But yeah, it's crazy I can run 120 on like an iPhone. It's like why? Who needs that? But like yeah, the top Genshin players play on iPad, which is so funny. Like they get like an iPad Pro and then they play it on iPad because it makes a big difference. Like there's a significant DPS increase when you play on a higher frame rate. Um but like you just can't. 120 on your burning hot. Yeah, my phone could never. Just to be clear, you don't work for a Pokemon company, so I'm not leaking trade secrets. We all no, you must work there if you know about that asset folder. It must exist. You don't think iPhones can run 120 hertz? You could be wrong. The pros can, yeah. They have like a 120 hertz screen. Don't know why. Or at least the iPad Pros can. But yeah, it's kind of weird. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's like very, very extra. But I guess I could have been playing TFT at a 120 FPS if I got the Pro. Makes you want to upgrade by your phone. Wait, are you really gonna mobile game? I've never once seen you play a mobile game. If you upgrade your phone, will you play Genshin? I just want to make sure I don't play Genshin. um, wait, we gotta show him Arlecchino. Just gotta look up Arlecchino. I feel like you'll like her. She's cool. Arlecchino. Girl. We're just trying to. I'm just fighting my own battle here. I would just need to have that type of frame rate would be nice and yeah. Apparently, once you like have that like higher frame rate iPhone, it's like hard to go back. She's new. She's like 2 years old. Wouldn't say new. We got you like 2021. Well, for you, she's new then. But yeah, she's we're on Nod Kai now, so it was 2 regions ago. She looks cool. You like her colors and hair. I knew you'd like her. Fun fact: she's one of the 2 female characters who wears pants. She's the only one. And Arlecchino is very one of the only Genja characters who's like fully clothed, and everyone loves her. Oh my god, everyone thinks she's hot, and like you don't need to be like half naked, you know? Like she's fully clothed and she's hot. She's mother. No, she's father. Yeah, she's father. They can display 120 to 240 only on pro models. I see. You know Arlecchino since the first time she was on YouTube. I love Arlecchino. She's one of my favorite. You don't recommend that unless you have a max as it kills battery fast. Okay. You need to play in a climate controlled glove box. A glove box. She's sophisticated and probably a badass. She's absolutely, yeah. She's part of this bad guy group. Who's planning to overthrow the gods. I don't think that plan is gonna work out for them these far. But yeah, she's really cool. She's really cool. She's very powerful, a little bit evil, but also maybe not evil. Like she's like cold. She's cold, but she's um like she will get stuff done and she will murder people, but like she also I think has good intentions. Um Remember being confused, thought the father thing was an online meme. Surprised when I found it in the Fontaine. Yeah, she's actually called Father because she's the head of the orphanage. You are really into the Genshin lore. I didn't even get into like her deep lore. It's it's a lot. Thinking there's a trend with your favorites: Mona, Yelan, Arlecchino, Nefer, Kazuha. But what's the trend? Cause I feel like Yelan, Arlecchino, Nefer. I see the trend, but like, is Mona? I feel like Mona is different. Is she not? Cause like Mona is not like she's not really like that. No. When you say Mona, you don't mean Morgana. No, there's a character named Mona in Genshin. I don't think I don't really have a trend with my favorite characters. My favorite characters, I like Kaya, of course. I like Farina. I like Albedo. Yeah, I'm like very diverse across the model heights, the gender. I like Venti as well. But I like them for different reasons. Like if you're like which characters are you the most attracted to, that's like a different it's like a different metric. But even then, I like Kai and I like Albedo. I think it's they're different. And I like Arlecchino. Um Nefer, Yelan, Arlecchino, Hu Tao. What's your pattern? I mean, like I said, Nefer, Yelan, Arlecchino kind of fit that one archetype. But Hu Tao it does not. But Hu Tao's just cool. Like, who doesn't like Hu Tao? What are the top? I mean, your pattern is those are only women. Istat broke the pattern with Kazuma though. I don't know. Who are the top 3 husbandos? Like because like for me, it's Kaya, Albedo. I love Albedo. Um, and what would be the third one? I don't know who I'd put the third one. Thought we were talking about women. I don't know. I don't know. I was just listening to my fave. I didn't know it was only the women. Um, Probably about Yanfei. Oh yeah, Yanfei. I feel like she even more doesn't fit into like no one's calling Yanfei mommy, you know? Like it's not. Um, if not then Varka, Razor. Yeah, yeah, okay. What about that red hair dude? Oh, Child? This one? That's true. Child is I do like Child a lot. He's up there. Mm, I feel like there must be someone else. Like I'm just trying to think. Like maybe like an evil character. You know, I like Linny as well. I mean, I'll probably put Linny third. I'd probably put Kaya, Albedo, and Linny. I like Linny a lot. Women are stronger. It's undeniable. There's also like Genshin. The roster is like 70% women, 30% male. There's also that, and they are definitely catering more to a male audience than a female audience. At least, especially these days. Because there's certain like I think there is I do wholeheartedly believe in like the male gaze, female gaze thing, like where it's like you can have male characters designed for men, you can have male characters designed for women. And Genshin used to be quite good about having male characters designed for women, but they don't really do as much. They just don't have as many male characters these days. Um, and like yeah, you can have the same for women as well. Um, Yanfei after Hu Tao. Yeah, it's yeah, no trend confirmed. Yeah, you almost had a trend, but then you broke out of it, so it's good for you. I mean, nothing wrong with having a type. Is that a challenge? What's the challenge? We all know you have a type, Yokomoto. We know your favorite characters. And welcome in, Azine. Hope you're doing well today. Um, but yeah, it's I mean, I feel like League is a really good example of that too, where it's like there's like male characters designed for men, and then there's like female characters also designed for men. It's like there are a lot of them are like that, but especially back in the day, like in the 2010s. Certified mommy main. You can be the resident mommy main. I will not. I don't like those characters, so I will not steal that crown from you. I like the I think I don't like the tall female model as much. Except for Alekino. Of course. All gays character Leon, yeah. And some characters are for everyone, like Leon and Ada. Thank you for bestowing this title upon me. You're welcome. Please, wear it with pride. I feel Nefer, Yelan, and Arlecchino is because of looks. Utao and Yanfei, I like them. I see. It's a looks, personality. I get it. I mean, I think there's different characters where it's like if you were actually lived in Genshin, would I want to be with Kaya? Probably not. He's a little sus. Like, I'm like, I don't know if he would be, like, a reliable partner, Kaya? I think Albedo would be a reliable partner, and, he's smart, he's kind, like, he's not suspicious. So it's probably good. Uh, but I guess he's also not a human, but I guess it's fine. We talked about this last time, remember? If you were in Detroit Become Human, and the androids were fully sentient, like, nothing wrong with dating the android then, you know? Um, yeah, it's, I guess maybe about the age gap? I don't know how old he is. Maybe the age gap will be a bit of an issue. Yeah, it's, honestly, in Resident Evil, I like Ada a lot more than Leon. Like, Leon but, like, I relate to Leon, like, for me and Leon, we're both at least in the game, we're both himbos. We're like, "Shoot first, ask questions later. Don't know what to do? Just start shooting." Like, just start panic wasting all your ammo. And, like, me and Leon, we're the same, we do that. Um, and me and Leon, we both like Ada, you know? And Ada is, like, more she's more strategic. She's gotta figure it out, you know? I still want this I still want a mod where, like, instead of unlocking the doors, like, Leon, he would just shoot it. Like, he's like, "There's a locked door." He would just shoot it open. He'd be like, "Locked door? There's a random statue I have to, like, put the heads on." No, just take out the RPG and shoot it. Like, I would do that. Um, you told me once I could call you Miju-chan. How Wait, what? Told me once I could call you Miju-chan. How old am I? Aren't you 1 year younger than me? Am I wrong? I'm pretty sure you're 1 or 2 years younger than me. Um, I was making coffee and the cup wasn't properly under. It's all falling apart. Have fun with that. Oh, and you don't get your coffee now. Doesn't seem like something Miju would say. I swear she did. Oh, yeah. You're 2 years younger. Yeah, you can. You can call me Miju-chan. I don't mind. Um, That's a classic Resident Evil meme, gotta find a specific key, but have a RPG in your art. I know, right? Like, you're like, "Oh, I need a spade key for the spade door." I'm like, "Really?" And I mean, we were just joking around when we were playing Resident Evil 2, like, imagine being the janitor to this place and you have, like, this key ring with, like, spade key, diamond key, like, this key, skeleton key, and then and then you have, like, a statue head, you have, like, a giant shield, like you have, like, all these, like, weird things in your inventory just to open all these doors. And I'm like, "Ooh, this place is not a real place." Paper towel roll was beside it too, so now the roll Oh no, it's sad. Have you have you have you been sleeping? Can I call you Miju-san? I don't see you as a chan. That's good. I don't know. What do you mean you don't see me as a chan? It's just a age thing. But yeah, I mean, you don't need permission to call me Miju-san. I mean, it sounds weeby though. But we already know you're a VTuber watcher. Um, but yeah, people will come into chat, first message unironically, call me Miju-chan, or like even worse, Maya-chan. Um, you only watch one VTuber. Sorry, the Vocaloid. The Vocaloid. Sorry, I get them confused. You definitely listen to more than one Vocaloid artist. Can I call you Miju-tan? No. I've told you I've told you guys about the guy who came in and said, "Can I call you like this, like one sun. And I was like, what the hell is a one sun? Like, what the hell are they talking about? And then I realized only later on, like after stream, that they meant one-san. And I was like, what the hell is one sun? I was like, one sun, two sun, three sun. Um, she doesn't seem to like the bassinet, so she sleeps on my chest, which is which I like. But yeah, not too much sleep for me. Oh no. I guess he really needed that coffee. Is this soft launch? Cause I don't think uh it, maybe it's a soft launch. Can I call you Stinky? I feel like you guys don't even have permission to call me that. One Japanese streamer said he has to. One Japanese streamer I watched said he has to use Sama for her. Who's her? Who's her? Because she's. Oh, okay. I was confused by the pronouns. We have to use Sama for her because she's above us. I see. I thought there was like some girl that everyone was talking about. My brain was going to Hatsune Miku. You're watching the stream and he's like, "We guys, you cannot talk about Hatsune Miku without saying Sama." um, Miku Sama. Oh my god. Um, I liked I liked on Twitter when a Japanese player retweeted some video I made or something, and they would call me Ricky Sana. What? Uh, Sama or Song? It could be either one. I'm not sure which typo that is. Um, in Welsh, this is the equivalent of saying "Miju fire." That's cool. That's cool. Um, and welcome in song. Hope you're doing well today. Yeah, it's you guys like just Miju's pretty chill. Unless you're doing it ironically. Unless you're doing it ironically. But yeah, people do come in. No joke, just say no joke, say my hello Maya-chan. um I just typed something right when you told me to quit Japanese. Hey, stop putting words in my mouth. Oh my god. I didn't say quit Japanese. You said which language should I learn? And I said you probably don't need Japanese. You know, like you probably don't need Japanese as much as you would need German if you lived in Austria. That's what I said. Don't paraphrase me. um, do you want to read a quote or no? What is I'm suspicious of that question. What is the quote from? That's a better question. I want to ask what is the quote? What is the quote from? Um, the Miju sama, yeah. Like when the first message is just so weeby. I'm like, oh, what was that? What was that message I got before? It was in my unbanned request. What was it? Oh wait, it was in my DMs. Where's my DMs? No one uses DMs. How do I act? Oh, there it is. Let me find. Oh yeah, it was this one. You need to go back to learning Mandarin sounds very hard. I find it troublesome to speak more than two because then you start mixing things. Yeah. So someone said, this is my DM, and I'm leaking my DMs. This is my interaction with them. Okay. They said, sorry to send you a message, but your mod banned me for no reason. Could you please unban me? I'm not happy with your mod. Respectfully, please get rid of him. Presumably talking about his stat. and then I said, oh, I was the one who banned you because you're being really weird. And then he said, I'm sorry. I greeted you back. I didn't say anything weird. And then I said, you literally said, and I quote, peace be with you, Maya-san. Konnichiwa, arigatou gozaimasu. Gozaimasu with the SH. Watashi wa so genki. "Arigatou gozaimasu." How are you? And then that guy says the guy says, "Yeah, that's right. I use some Japanese words. Watashi wa means I am, and so genki means like very good." I don't know what I said that was weird. I was like, "Bro." I guess he really didn't think it was weird. I don't know. Um, so that is a big bad. I mean, yeah, I think a lot of people, if they get banned from the chat, they're just like they just want to assume that Istat did it, right? Or like one like or Gwen did it or something. They just want to assume like they're like, "Oh my god, I would have had a chance if Istat had not banned me." But then like if they comprehend in their brain that like I banned them, then like they cannot have this cope. Um Want to learn German yet? Because I feel like I'm gonna mess up my English, but it's still in development. I mean, yeah, I feel like English will be the most useful, and that's how I feel like as well. Because like for a while I was learning Korean, and then I was like, why am I learning Korean when I should just improve my Japanese? Like obviously, I'm not gonna use Korean. Like I'm gonna like use my Japanese the most, obviously. So I should just use that. I practice that. Big weep thing is to say moshi moshi as hello, not realizing it's only over the phone. That was peak weep cringe. Thank you. Thank you. I hope that blessed your ears. Their Japanese is hella fluent. Yeah, yeah, they really was so fluent. Ella shotgun every weavish already know in someone. I love the so genki. The so genki, like I don't know what is that. Um, but is a real one to be fearful of. Well, also because she will read the Japanese weird stuff you're writing, and she will know what it says. So you gotta be careful. Yeah, yeah, fight the urge. Like our brains have been already that message was the limit for our brains to handle. We will need to bleach our brains if we hear more. uh yeah, sometimes people are weird. And we all know this. We've all been in this chat. We've seen these messages. It is kind of entertaining, not gonna lie. Um Anything Latin based can mess up English is hard compared to others. Yeah, I mean English is tough. English is tough. Yeah, I think at this point I'm like I just need to improve. I'm just gonna improve my Japanese, but it's like it's annoying because it's like my Japanese is like mainly like I said I'm like lacking in vocabulary, so like I just have to study vocabulary, and that's like the most boring thing ever, right? Like it's like that is like the most boring thing ever. My Spanish got messed up with Portuguese. I can see that happening with German and English. Yeah, yeah, I can see that. But like that's crazy. Your Spanish got messed up and then not your first language. Ricky's brain is just very malleable. Um, Honestly, as someone who's been singing in many languages, the okay, German was like really hard to sing because it's like there's a lot of like consonants, like a lot of like random consonants. But honestly, I'm a bit of a French hater. The new song I'm learning is in French. It's from Romeo and Juliet. Um, and yeah, French is my least favorite. I'm just really bad at pronouncing French. I don't know, and that's crazy because like that's the only language I've like technically studied. Because I had to do French in elementary school, so like I guess technically I've studied it. But yeah, it's the only one I'm like really, and that's the only one I like hear on a regular basis, right? But I cannot pronounce it for the life of me. Like every time I attempt to pronounce something in French, it's always like the opposite of what I tried to say. Um, can't stand weeps to think that they actually know better than a native Japanese speaker. I mean, that's not like weeb behavior. It's just like some people are just like that. The cringiest thing a weeb can do is attempt Japanese mannerisms. Even that makes me cringe. I don't know. I think like if you're in Japan, I think it's okay to. I would. I mean, like okay. I think it's I think it can be nice or a nice effort to try and, learn some words and try and learn some customs like bowing or like being polite, stuff like that. Um the problem is the the problem with some of the weeby behavior is when it's like stereotyping and stuff like that, which is, some often where it goes. um your Chinese gets your Chinese gets jacked with Japanese. You default to Japanese. What? Oh, like it gets confused with Japanese? You're Franco I guess so, I guess so. It's just that a lot of, like, opera songs are in many different languages. But Italian is the easiest to pronounce, in my opinion. Um, your dad doesn't speak Spanish anymore. It's such a Portuno right now. They're very similar. Wait, is that a combination of Portuguese and Espanol? You're German as Jackson is I toss English in with it when talking with my stepmom. I see, I see. Yeah, I cannot speak German. I just learned one song in German. But did I know what I was saying? Not really. And was my pronunciation terrible? Probably. But the song is so high that you cannot really hear much anyway. I mean, more so like the ones at cons who haven't even stepped foot on Japanese soil. I mean, yeah. I mean, if you're trying to do it in Japan, I get it. I get it. But if you're just like doing it, yeah, in like California, like what are you doing? I mean, more so. Oh, sorry, I just read that. You learn Portuguese from Spanish by learning the words that are different, not new phrases or anything that's easy to confuse. I see. Certain kanji I've shared with Chinese, I look at it as Japanese. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. I get what you mean. A lot of times the meaning is kind of the same. And welcome in Star. Hope you're doing well today. Yeah, and I don't have this problem because I just speak Japanese and English, and there's not much overlap. Although sometimes I confuse my family if I pronounce loan words in a too English way. Like constantly, I'll be like, oh, like just a for example, I'll be like Vancouver, and they'd be like, "What are you talking about, Vancouver?" And they're like, "Oh, sorry, Vancouver," and they're like, "Oh," like every time. Um, yeah, some of them were like, don't even get, let's not even get started. Remember our whole discussion about Vermont curry? Vermont curry is crazy. That one was that one I befuddled me for I guess 20 years. I did not know about this. I never once made that connection. But that was like also because like why would you assume Vermont curry? Like even in English that wouldn't make sense. That's why I was confused. Yeah, it's only confusion I get, but I'm usually pretty good at saying stuff in a Japanese way. My family understands. Yeah, I do need to. These days I have a lot of stuff to do though, Like I'm like, oh, like you're supposed to practice singing every day and you're supposed to practice piano every day. And I'm like, who has time for this? I want to play TFT. Who has time for this? Also, I'm sure Ricky will be interested, but I finally signed up for my piano lessons and I thought they would be like, oh, you can start next week. And then she's like, I cannot start till the end of March. And I was like, well, at that point, I may as well start at the end of April because I have to like cancel some lessons in April. So I was like, I don't have like one lesson and then like cancel some lessons and then come back. So I was like, well, I guess we'll start in April. So like, I booked my piano lesson, but it's like at the end of April. I'm like, I guess I'll just wait. Um, but yeah, I don't want to like. I guess I'll just practice on my own and try not to play badly. Try not to develop terrible habits. Who knows? Yeah, so apparently that teacher is kind of busy. And I'm also busy apparently, so that's the confusing. But we'll see. We'll see what they say. I guess no. I won't be showing off my piano skills until like the summer. Because I won't have any formal instruction. I gotta go run errands, myself by the game store and pick something up. Nice, nice. Enjoy. Yeah, see you later. Drive safe. Yeah, I feel like I need to like chill out with I think that would be all the lessons, like piano lessons, singing lessons, and Pilates. Like I should not pick up any more like like any more instruments or hobbies or anything like that, you know? That's it. Cause like even piano you're supposed to practice every day, you know? And I'm like, honestly, I don't practice singing as much as I should. And welcome in Red Mist. 4 concerts are out. Are out? Do you mean? You need to talk about them. Sure, sure. Gotta think on what I'm gonna make you play. Okay. What kind of songs are we talking? Is it gonna be something I could just like is it gonna be something I'll have to learn for a long time? Or is it something like I could just sight read it? Like what are we talking here? Uh okay. It's gonna be Attack on Titan. It's gonna be Attack on Titan. It's gonna be like learn the Attack on Titan the song? Not sight read it though. Okay, okay. That's fine, that's fine. Like if it's like I could learn it in like a week, few days, a week. That's fine. But out, I mean on sale. Oh, like you can buy tickets to them? Are you gonna go to all 4? It's a lot of concerts. It'll be expensive. Um, oh yeah, I'm make you play making you play a tumbao. Sorry, what's a tumbao? Easy thing to do though. What is tumbao? H2H, Stray Kids, Everglow, and Mix. Mmm. Are you gonna are you gonna pick and choose which one to go to? Or are you gonna go to them all? Speaking of Stray Kids, speaking of Stray Kids, um, speaking of Stray Kids, there was that video I shared, right, where Bang-chan from Stray Kids was like at the concert. He was like, the the mitochondria is a powerhouse of the cell. The music is what powerhouses us through hell. And then Jack told me that Bang-chan was born and raised in Australia. I was like, bro is a native English speaker, and he thought that sounded cool. Like, sorry, what? I thought for sure he did not speak English well. But then I listened back, I was like, damn, that is an Australian accent. He is Australian. He really he really wrote that, huh? But yeah, that's honestly though, if I was at a concert and someone like just straight faced said that, I would never forget that. I'd be like, wow, what a memorable, worth the price. um, no, it was just a very enjoyable Afro-Cuban rhythmic pattern. Hmm. I'd be the only one liking it probably. Okay, okay. He wasn't born in Australia, but he was raised in yeah, but he's like definitely a native English speaker though. Cause like I listened back and I was like, oh yeah, that's an Australian accent. And welcome in Minnie. Hope you're doing well today. You wanna go to Hearts? Yeah, then go. Enjoy that. I would like to go to NMIX because they're good singers. I would hope they sing live at their concerts. Because or not sing live, but like I hope you could hear them at their concert. But like surely you can, right? Like cuz they're all very talented vocally. Um or maybe like I don't know. Who knows though? It's K-pop. Because NMIX for me is the 31st. Oh, okay, okay. But yeah, I think they would be nice. I like to hear good vocals when I go to a concert. I guess not always though. I went to Polyphia to be fair. There's no vocals. But like, good whatever they're doing. Like if it's guitar, like good guitar playing, that kind of thing. Because I don't know, I know we're among K-pop fans here, but I personally thought the Twice concert was quite disappointing. Like, um, one, most of them you could not hear them like at all. You could only hear some of them like sometimes. And then two, some of them like did the energy was like not good. Like some of them did not want to be there. Like I get like they've been like really overworked. They have not had a break in like the 12 years they've been out, but like I was like, I don't know. Like I came here, I paid for this concert. Nayeon looks like she wants to go home. Like she looks like she was being forced to come here at like gunpoint. Like I was like, girl, she was unhappy. Um and like and then like the other members were kind of just like I guess they were happy to be there, but they weren't like giving it their all, you know? Like they were like, "Oh yeah, this is my job. I will sing my songs and dance, but I will put about 70% effort in, you know?" And like Gio was and like it was worse as well cuz like Gio was there and Gio was giving like 110%. And you could tell like she was putting so much energy into it. She was having a great time on stage. And so like everyone else in comparison was like, they're not really having the best time on stage, like, I don't know. Great Stray Kids is at June 6th, but at 11 a.m. concert? That's really random. I get that people get tired, but girl, you chose this life. I mean, she did choose this life, yeah. I mean, but she to be fair, she chose that life when she was, like, 15, so, but yeah, it's still, I understand, um, I understand that, like, they're probably really tired. Like, I understand they're only human, they get tired, but, like, there's people like, everyone there, like, paid to be there, and it's their job. Like, it's their job, I'm not blaming them directly, I'm saying, like, whoever arranged the tour or, like, whoever was like, "Oh, like, yeah, they should have this schedule," whoever's to fault, I'm just saying, as someone who paid for the concert, it was not necessarily worth the money. But I heard other dates, had better energy and stuff like that, maybe the members were more, uh it's probably different from concert to concert. Do your job. I mean, yeah, I mean, like, it is like, it is their job, right? Like, it's like they're like, "Oh, like, they can't do this." I'm like, "That performing, like, being on stage, singing and dancing, that's their whole job." Like, okay, it's not their whole job, but, like, it's, like, a large part of their job. I'm like, you think I dodged a bullet by not going or missed out on Twice? I don't know. I personally unless you're like a die-hard Twice fan and you would like all you wanna do is just like see them in front of you, regardless of what they're doing or what they're performing, then I think then I can't really say whether that would be worth it for you or not, but as a as a performance, as a concert, from an objective perspective, not really worth it. Especially at that price. It was like $150 a ticket. Can you sue an idol for not idling? I don't know. Um But yeah, it's like the energy was not great, and then also, there wasn't much like fan interaction. I understand that they have a language barrier, but they did have a translator. And even with the translator, they just all said the same thing. They like went in a circle. They were all sitting in a circle, and they all said, "Are you guys having fun? It's so great to see your faces. Let's have fun tonight." And they all said the same thing. Like legitimately, I was like, "What's the point?" Like literally, what's the point? They had like two or three breaks where they like spoke to the audience. So like that's like that's all they did. I was like, "Oh, okay." Um, yeah, it wasn't very it was just like, oh, it felt like they're like, "Okay, well, I have to say something, so I'll just say, like, the most generic thing ever." Um, yeah, I was like, I feel like especially, like, for like, technically, they're veteran performers, right? They've been around for 12 years. I would have expected a better level of concert, you know? But yeah, it's, also, speaking of Feel Special, not on the set list. Fair warning, they took Feel Special off the set list. And I was like, "Really? Really?" There's a lot of songs on there that I was like, "Did not need that on the set list. You removed Feel Special and you're singing this? Like, I do not want that," you know? Talk yeah, they do sing Talk That Talk. I guess it didn't feel special. Well, cause there was, like, a lot of B-sides from, like, the This Is 4 album, and, like, I was like, "You don't need to sing all of those, like, you gotta sing Feel Special." But yeah, so I felt I that Feel Special is one of my favorite Twice songs, so I was a bit sad. Um, it's okay. It's okay. And, like, even, like, their solo stages, like, a lot of them, like, weren't weren't that they weren't that entertaining, honestly. They kinda just, like, came on and, like, sang, they were, like they, like, lip synced to their solo and then, like, danced at, like, you know, they danced at, like, 60% intensity and then they, like, left. I was like, "Oh, okay." Like, really, I don't know. I feel like I kind of expected more from them. I guess it's a sad song. I guess, yeah, it is a sad song as well. But for some reason, they made Options into, like, a ballad. So I don't think they were opposed to slower songs. I think they a lot of the songs, they actually didn't do the choreography. Um, I think maybe they're, like, tired of doing the choreography for the older songs. Like, a lot of the older songs, they would just walk around the stage and sing. They wouldn't actually do the choreo. Like, for example, What Is Love, um, TT, like, the older songs, they didn't do the choreo. So I think they wanted some songs where they just kinda, like, sit down or wanted songs where they just can just, like, walk around and not have to dance. Um, at the same time, it's like, it's a concert, I don't know. Um, that every slow song is a sad song? Yeah, but Options is not a ballad song, okay? Like, if you know Options, right? Like, it's a song about dating multiple people. Like, it's like, "Oh, like, I'm dating this person, but, like, how can I make up my mind?" Like, is it really, like, is it really, like, a slow ballad? Like, I don't think so. Weird choice to make slow. I feel like I would've picked something else. Um, I just thought it was funny. I do like that song though. I do I'm a big fan of Options. Um, and then, like, also, like, also, they would sit down and sing, but, like, you can't even hear them. Like, they're sitting down, they're singing out their hearts out with the ballad, and it's like you cannot hear them. I was like, "I cannot hear a single note of what you're singing." And Walking Man Arcane. You hate when a singer has the audience sing the song, and it's like, "True, true." I'm like, "No, this is your part. I wanna hear you sing it." I actually one thing I like is, um, if they have the audience sing the song and then they ad lib on top. Like, if they're singing, like, a banger of an ad lib, then, like, that's fine. But, like, if they're just like, "I need a break," and it's, like, in the most hype moment of the song, like, "Hey, this is not I'm not being paid to sing. I paid to listen to you sing." Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Um, can't we decide what concert to go to? I think you have to decide for yourself, man. Cannot decide for you. I don't even know most of I don't even know most of those, or I don't know anything about their concerts. Me in the group of 3 tone deaf girls singing "Wish You Had" next to me. Oh my gosh. Probably, I guess if someone's really loud next to you and they're really bad at singing, that'd be annoying. Like, I guess it's a concert, you can have fun if you want, but agreed. Or when you record a concert video, but you're, like, singing along and all you can hear is yourself. It's funny too. Um, yeah, so I know Red Velvet came to Vancouver, like, once a long time ago. I didn't go. I think that would've been a good one though, 'cause, they're pretty they're pretty competent. I was watching this video I was watching this video about, like, Or I think I saw this like clip of like there was a bunch of Blackpink clips and they're like dancing like completely not in sync. Like they're just like all doing like completely different things. And those videos are so funny. I'm like, bro, this is your job. Like, what are you doing? Do you guys prefer red velvet over chocolate? I don't think I would really go for those. Like, um, I think it depends. Like for me, it's not just like, oh, red velvet cake or chocolate cake. Usually they're like, oh, this is a chocolate mousse cake or this is a chocolate cake with like this flavor in it, you know? Like it's like I don't usually get like a really normal cake. You know what I mean? Um, Red Velvet. No Red Velvet comeback, but at least Irene is coming back in March. I think I missed their other comeback. I think I'm 2 comebacks behind because the last comeback I listened to was the last Red Velvet song. Like, was their last release that I listened to? I don't even know. It wasn't Psycho, was it? That was too long ago. What was after Psycho? Does it Feel My Rhythm? But that was even longer ago, right? I don't know. Um, if Twice are going 70%, it could have been worse. It could have went full Blackpink and been zoned out. Yeah, I mean, I think I've seen some really bad clips from Blackpink's cons. As much as I love Blackpink, um, yeah, there's definitely like you guys know I love Jennie, but girl is sometimes like sometimes speaking of like not wanting to be there, I think sometimes she's like, I don't want to be here. Um, which is like honestly, in my opinion, not acceptable. Especially considering how much Blackpink tickets cost. You should, perform. You should perform, give a concert on stage. That is your job. Um, yeah, at least it wasn't that. I've never had red velvet. Isn't it just food colored? Yeah, I think, but usually red velvet has like cream cheese frosting. Russian Roulette was 10 years. Russian Roulette is such a good song. I love Russian Roulette. Um, but to me, nothing beats Psycho. Psycho's so good. But yeah, I think Red Velvet had a couple comebacks and I have not listened to them. I'm not up to date. And I don't think I've ever listened to an Irene song. My opinion, Russian Roulette is the K-pop song. Maybe of like that generation. I could see that. I could see that. It's a great song. It is very K-pop. I agree. Could not recall the dance to save my life, but it's a good one. What else? I don't know. I think I'm just very out of the loop. You guys know I haven't updated my playlist in a long time. Russian Roulette best song. I love Psycho, but I also love Russian Roulette, so I cannot disagree. You know, but I still think Psycho's up here for me, and then like Russian Roulette's like here, and then everything else is like here. Sorry. Although I do love Bad Boy. Russian Roulette on the playlist. Is it not on the playlist? I have no idea. Sometimes I add songs to the playlist, but it's YouTube, so sometimes people will like delete the song. You know what I mean? Like they'll delete the video off YouTube, so it's not there. Maybe it's not on here. The K-pop song is G by Girls' Generation. Yeah, I think that's why I said of that generation. Like, I think there's many like the K-pop songs, but it's like it depends on the time. Um, Waiting for them to delete 1.25 times crazy. Hey, you love 1.25 times crazy over you. Come on. I'm gonna start playing all the songs in 1.25 times and see if Angel notices. I'm just gonna like start playing songs in 1.25. Um, Modern K-pop just doesn't exist for that girl generation. I mean, that's true. That's true. They paved the way. Increasing every song speed by 0.1% until someone notices. True. I should do that. Um, I will. And, like, oh my god, I also saw this video. I also saw this video about it was, like, Sistar was, like, hosting some music show, and they had this, like, rookie idol group on, like, a 4th gen idol group kinda thing. Um, and then they're like, "Oh, can you perform your song real quick for us?" And then the girls perform it, and they're, like, completely out of key, like, their dance is a mess. Like, I was like, "Oh, okay." Like, "What is this?" And then they're like, "Oh, Sistar, you do one of your songs." And they do it perfectly, like, impeccable vocals. They are doing the dance. They are in sync, and I was like, "I guess they don't make them like they used to." I felt like a boomer in that moment. I was like, "Okay, damn." But to be fair, the Star is, like, on their own level. Yeah, it was crazy. Um I never really liked Extra Hour, still won't like it to this day. I don't like this song that much either, personally. I just like Doechii. I'm just happy Doechii's here. Um, but I don't love this song that much either. It's like, okay. I feel strongly about it. Especially like especially like Doechii's like a real rapper, you know, and like Jennie's definitely you can when you put her side by side with a real rapper, you're like, okay, she's an idol rapper, right? I mean, we've all had this. We've had the discussions about K-pop rapping, you know. They're like, "Oh, Jenny, you speak English. You be the rapper." And that's the qualification. Jenny is so small, and they probably all malnutrition. She probably feels sick having to be high energy a lot. That's what I think it is as well. Because everyone's because at her at her like performances when she released a solo album, right? And like she can dance well. Like she's a good dancer. Um, but like she'll like dance for like a bit and then she's like you can see her like she's like trying to catch her breath. Like she has to stop singing. She's trying to catch her breath and she's like not able to dance through the whole song like without stopping. So I think she's just like either very malnourished or like people are saying like she's been vaping a lot. That probably not good for your breathing and your like cardiovascular health. But yeah, I think a lot of times it is very impressive that idols do like sing and dance so much. Probably with how little they're eating, you know? I feel like I would not be able to do that. um, like one time I didn't eat lunch before I went to Pilates, and I actually did I eat lunch before I went that time? Like even remember that time I almost fainted at Pilates? I was like, I think I need a lot more food just to do Pilates. I can't imagine dancing a whole concert, like dancing a whole concert, not having eaten that day. Um, but like they just can't win because like Jenny at her recent concert, she had visible fat on her stomach. And it wasn't even like a lot of fat. It was just like you could just see that her stomach was not completely flat. And then people were like hating on her for it. I was like, "What do you want her to do? Like starve?" That's what people look like after they've eaten that day. Like no one has like completely like as much as I love Kazuha, like you don't like your abs are not like that. Like if you've like had a meal, like I guarantee you, her abs do not look like that after she like eaten like a proper meal. And that's like normal, but yeah, I think they can't win. Chug Gatorade before performing, but no, but then it would still go in your belly, and then the people wouldn't be happy with that. Ransom is not great, but I do think like I've noticed like Lisa, I haven't seen her recently, but um Lisa was like looking like a lot stronger like before like her legs are quite small but these days she looks like she's quite like strong in her legs and stuff like that and I think it helps with dancing and stuff like obviously um and like I think it's like a thing like they don't want to be too muscular um because I was watching that video with Itzy and they were doing like a workout channel and they were like, "Oh, like how can we like we dance so much and we develop visible muscles and like we really don't want those. Like what can we do?" You know? And the guy, this was with Kim Jong-kook on his YouTube channel and he was like, "Bro, if you don't want muscles, you could just lie down all day. Like what can you do?" Like it's like if you want to not have muscles, just don't use them, you know? Um but yeah, like, it's kinda sad that, like, Itzy was like, "Yeah, we're dancing so much and we don't want to be strong." I'm like, "Bro, like you're gonna ruin your joints. Like you're gonna ruin your joints dancing with like, you know, nothing." And Welcome in Shay. Did I miss 10 minutes by Hyori? No, no. The Welcome in. And I think like you need muscles to dance. So it's like you can have a lot more like power and control in your movements if you're stronger and if you eat food. Eating food is good. I feel like I could never be an idol because like I think I would not survive a diet. Like legitimately. Like if I miss my afternoon snack, I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. Like I'm like, oh I feel like I'm wasting away. um, I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could go a full 8 hours without eating. You know, like if I couldn't eat for 8 hours, I think I would be like on my deathbed. Glad you made it in time, of course. How are me and my joints today? My joints are all right. I'm going to Pilates later, improving my improving my joints. But yeah, having like Pilates is a lot about like improving your posture, improving your joints through muscles, you know? Although I do know Jenny does Pilates a lot. Um, which one you think? Everglow or Hearts to Heart? I cannot decide for you, Remus. I told you. Follow your heart. Can I sleep for this 8 hours? Oh yeah, I guess sleeping counts. To be fair. Welcome in, Ratsi. K-pop idol sponsored by K Barbecue would rule. I mean, they do have like food sponsors all the time, right? Like they, you'll see like them on like soju bottles and ramen and stuff like that. But like they're probably not eating. Probably don't eat that every day. You're back on a calorie deficit. You want to cry? Oh no. I'm sorry. How did you start Pilates? How did you find actually through Jenny? Legitimately. I was like, she used to post a lot of Pilates like photos and videos and stuff on her Instagram. And then like I was like looking into it and they're like, "Oh, all the K-pop idols do Pilates." And they're like, "Oh, it's really good for like your core. It's really good for having like toned abs and stuff." And I was like, "Damn, I'm gonna try this out." And then I went and it's really good for your posture. Um Imagine the cute K-pop outfit smelling like K-barbecue showtime. Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you went to a K-pop meet and greet and they smelled like Korean barbecue, pretty good. Although, sometimes you go to Korean barbecue and you come back real stinky. So that smell like sticks on you. I know you said it's up to you, but saying like Blackpink versus Twice. Okay, I'm going to say hearts to hearts because it sounds like you want to go to them more. Sponsored on products I can't have. Some red skull with infinity stone guarding a treasure I can never have. Yeah, I mean, it's like I was watching this video as well about like the K-pop idols. They get a cake and they like pretend to drop it because they like can't eat it. And I was like, bro, why are you pretending to drop it? Just give it to someone else. Like if you can't eat it, just give it away. Why are you putting it on the floor? But yeah, that stuff is crazy. And um speaking of posture, they might do Pilates for their posture, but I found out like a Korean or K-pop beauty standard is like having 90-degree shoulders, like not having rounded shoulders, and apparently they put Botox in their shoulders to get like their perfect shoulder angle. I was like, that's so like don't whatever like thing that you might be like, oh, this K-pop idol, they have this so nice. It might just be like something crazy like that. Like it might be like Botox or like some weird injection or something like that. So yeah, don't believe that. Um, Tough life. It is. Yeah, it's tough. There's probably so many procedures that we just like have never even thought to think about. You know, like, there's probably, like, so many things that I'm like, I would have never even thought that people get Botox in their shoulders to have, like, nice shoulders. Also, there's a thing about bleaching your armpits, because you know your armpits can, like, have, like, darker skin. They bleach it. I'm like, "That's crazy too. Who cares? Why do you have to have pretty armpits?" The standards are, like, on everything. You saw a video of Wonyoung pretending to eat, and it did look silly, but it's kinda sad. Girl was smiling, everyone else around her was semi-eat. I know, I know. Or they're like they take, like, 1 bite or something, you know, it's like the KBS beauty, how do you get 100%? I know. I didn't know hip pads are a thing until they said Yuna uses it. Yeah, and I was like, "That's crazy to me." I'm like, "Okay, you're telling them to starve themselves so they don't have any fat, and then you're putting it back on." You're like, "You know." Firstly, was like a teenager, so, like, teenagers just, like, don't have hips, like, you get those as you're older. It's like a more like it's like a maturity thing, first of all. Um, but then, like, you're like, "Okay," like, they would have curves if you didn't starve them. Like, if you let them eat normally and be at, like, a normal weight, they would have curves. Like, that's how it works. But they're like, "No, they have to be extra skinny," and then they just, like, put in hip pads. They also yeah, they often, like, pad the hips, pad the butt, um, because, like, you know, they have, like, they have, like, 5% body fat. Used to be feet guys were the biggest creeps on the net, but the armpit stands, so I take the yeah, I don't get it. It's, like, a big thing in Genshin too, like, every female character has, like the sleeves are, like, detached here, so they'll have, like, a shirt, and then the sleeves will be here, so when they lift up their arms, you can see the armpit. And I'm like, who like, why is this why so many? Um, it's, it's crazy. Speaking of Infinity Stones, why didn't Thanos just create any enough resources for everyone? I don't know. And then, like, that's the thing as well, right? Like, he was like, "I'm halving all the life." But the life also includes, like, the plants and stuff, so you're, like, having all, like, the vegetables as well, right? It's like, there's what was the point in that? His plan is very flawed, which is why they have to stop him. Elon showing off the pit. Like, literally, I'm pretty sure, like, 90% of the female Gundam characters have the detached sleeves. There's not that many that don't have their armpits showing. Elon's all was my first thought. Yeah, I think Elon kind of made the trend very prominent, but it's been a thing the whole time. Like, everyone has their armpits out. Is there really that many, like, armpit enjoyers? Like like, is it really that common? I don't think I've ever maybe they're, like, ashamed IRL, so they've, like, never the people don't, like, talk about it in real life, but, like, I've never once encountered this. Should I be hiding my armpits on stream? Should I not wear sleeveless shirts? Um, he despawned cats and dog yeah. Armpit impact, yeah, armpit impact. Um, anyone generated guys, no shame, no shame. This is for research purposes. Anyone here into armpits? Does this imply you've met foot people IRL? I have not actually. That's a good point. I guess people don't talk about this. Keep the sleeves, remove the pit parts though. Now I'm never gonna wear a shirt like a sleeveless shirt again. Pitters, is that what they're called? Pitters. Yeah, I guess, yeah, people will admit to many things on the Twitch chat, so maybe the people will do it. People like the armpit at the front. It must be the armpit, cause why else would they have it open? Cause otherwise she could just pose like this, and then, like, that the pose would just be the pose. So we can't have nice things. Oh my god. I mean, to be fair, there's a lot of Genshin characters with their feet showing as well. Um, I went to secondary school with the out and proud foot person, really? So, like, were you like that's weird, I don't know. Like, it's one thing to, like I guess you can't control what you're into, but, like, to speak about it, like, publicly? I don't know. You'd be like, "Yes, I like feet." It's like, "Oh, why?" And welcome in Spa. Hope you're doing well today. You came into a weird conversation. Yeah, I guess there must be a lot of them because Genshin seems to be catering to them. Or maybe just like okay, you know what? Maybe it's the head designer of Genshin is a pitter. You know what I mean? So like, n- so like, that's why all the designs are like that. Not me being a normie. I don't know how we got here. Like the buzz in your head, thank you. At least they have clothes. I know, but the fact that they're just exposing these specific parts is like very strange. But yeah, that's definitely a big thing in Genshin. The detached sleeves, like all the fashion tape industry. The fashion tape industry must be um, very strong in Genshin, holding up those sleeves, holding up those shirts. Kind of like how Miyazaki from Soft is a footy. True. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's like no one's like, oh, like there must be a lot of foot people because there's so many feet in from Soft games, but it's just him. Yeah, he's just imposing his preferences on everyone. Yeah, so maybe that's my running theory then. The head Genshin designer is a foot pitter. Why are we talking about this? Welcome in midnight. We're just talking about firstly I was talking about how K-pop idols bleach their armpits, and I thought that was weird. But then we're talking about why do they do that? Like, why do people care about the armpits? And then we're talking about in Genshin how every character has their armpits out, and there must be a reason for that. So who knows? Okay, okay. I gotta go soon. I gotta go to Pilates soon. And I gotta eat lunch so I'm not K-pop malnourished and faint at Pilates. Although at the new Pilates studio, they have like protein bars there. But like I wouldn't be like, hey, I showed up to Pilates. I'm just gonna take a quick snack. Like, I don't know. I refuse to believe people like armpit over the post. Someone does. Someone does. You came too late. It's okay. It's okay. I'll be streaming tomorrow. I think I did promise that I would play Resident Evil 8, Resident Evil Village tomorrow. I might move. Sundays might become my gaming days. So Butter protein Pilates, thank you. The Jenny Pilates. I haven't quite been able to do the cool Jenny poses where she like hangs from the top. I'm not allowed to do that. I think I'm too clumsy and I'm too scared. But yeah, I'll leave it here for today. Resident Evil 8, yes. Join the Discord if you haven't already. I'll be streaming again tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific as usual. Yeah, probably Resident Evil 8. We will have fun with that. Okay. Yeah, thank you everyone for watching today. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you next time.